Sup? Ah, check, check. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Sorry, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. It's funny how little it takes to sometimes just get your self-esteem back. I am in a very good mood. Anyway, if you couldn't tell, how are you doing? And actually, let's get to it. I haven't even opened up Bleach today yet. I spent all morning editing Seven Deadly Sins videos, so I can't do that. Hold up. All right. Okay. Focus. Let's focus. All right. I need to have some kind of music in the background. The problem is like the royalty free stuff is all designed around, to be fair, designed around to be like background music and stuff. But you got Creepy Dude. I think he's only worth getting if you have both Aizen and Toshihiro. Well, I have them both. And the concept I had behind it was I'm not going for him right now. I will go for. Oh, excuse me. Going for Aizen. I don't think you're in my Discord, but I put in a picture. I already had Aizen at level B4, and I was like, look, I would rather have Aizen at B6 than to have Creepy Dude at B0. To be real, I haven't even gone through his kit. Is part of the reason why I'm not really checking for him is one, they put this Grimjow BS out and they have him at SR plus or whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. I heard it has something to do with sticking it to the company that owns the IP, so I'm all for that now. So I'm putting all my resources into Grimjow SR plus and all of my pulls into Aizen. And then once I get Aizen B6, if I get Aizen B6 by next Friday, then I'll pull for Creepy Dude. But then if I don't have it by next Friday, then I'm not. And I'm just going to save my resources for that week and then pull for, because I think Grimjow Pantera comes out after that. Because I would rather have two versions of Grimjow and one of them being an SR Plus, which apparently is a beast, than to have Creepy Dude. Like right now, B6 Aizen doesn't need much help. And so my B4 Aizen didn't need help. So I'm not going to go after a character I genuinely don't like to like, I don't know. Part of me wants to complete the set. So if I get Aizen, if I happen to get another Aizen now, then I'll pull for a week. But other than that, I'm not really checking for it. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like it's one of those, and maybe, so Son Goku. By the way, thanks for joining, Face and Son Goku, Face. It is really the thing is, and let me run something here in the background. This is the radio in me. I have to do something. The radio training in me. The idea that I have right now, or the problem that I have right now, is that's how much I like Grimjow. Is that I will take the SR Plus version of him, which apparently is beastly, and I will go ahead and pull for the Pantera Grimjow. Bear in mind that I'm okay with spending a little bit of money. My gaming budget has gone to Seven Deadly Sins, and I spent enough money this month on games. But if I have to, I'll up another $7 to get Pantera Grimjow. Like that's how much I like him, and I'm fully okay with skipping out on Creepy Dude. So yeah, I like the saving of the resources is going to happen next Friday. If I don't get Aizen B6 before then, I'll just pull Aizen up until Pantera Grimjow comes out. If I get Aizen tomorrow, then I'll pull for Creepy Dude for like 4 or 5 days. I'm not really gonna push for him. And then if I don't get him, okay, tough. By next Friday, Thursday even. Honestly, I should say like next Wednesday. If I don't have him, then I'm just saving my resources until Pantera Grimjow comes out. But I'm really like him being a thing is not a thing for me. I barely want to pull for Mayuri if I'm being honest. He has poison. And funnily enough, and this is coming from such an uneducated perspective, because I dislike him so much, I haven't even checked for his kit like that. I heard that he was really good with the Spirit team, And I'm spoiled in the sense that I have my eyes, and so I don't need your help. And I don't like you. So stay over there. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like it's, and then I looked. I've been developing Grimjow, right? I still haven't even done his passives yet, and they won't let him go above Dog Captain just because SR plus versus SSR. But he's at 37,000. He's over 9,000. He's at 37,000. These dudes are at 30, 37. This is one that I have developed relatively well. To be fair to Sanjin, I haven't really done anything with him. So, like, I've even stripped him of things that he had just because I didn't like him that much. I haven't done much with him. Okay, so fine. Byakuya, 37K. I've done some work on him recently just so he would keep up with the Slash team, which is trash, by the way. Um, Kenpachi, also done some work on him. He's one of my favorite characters. Grimchow's only 3,000 less than him, and I still haven't gotten his passives yet. So, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of the. I even forgot about the dadgum weapon stamp. I may not pull for Creepy Dude at all. I took only L1 to his update as it took 60 keys to get his core stamp. Got 2 copies of my Yudi's core stamp along the way, so not too bad. Well, yeah, that's just a luck draw. After Pantera Grimjow, I honestly don't care. I heard Unohana, but that's somebody brought that up. That's not a I don't know. That was just a random thing in chat. No leaks, no nothing. I'm not announcing anything or whatever, but that's what I had heard through the grapevine. And I could be completely off, so don't save on one because of the other. Find somebody in Reddit or someone else who can confirm it. I don't trust leaks anyway, but you know, that's what I heard. That was word on the streets out here in these streets. So yeah, now that I think about the course, the not the core stamp, but the weapon stamp, and then the core stamp on top of it. When you said core stamp, I thought weapon stamp, so my fault. But I thought weapon stamp. I was like, damn, I'm going to pull for 2 things. I'm going to pull for his weapon stamp and him, and then his core, which that's a crapshoot anyway. Although to be fair, I did get 3 Grimjow 6. I think I have 3 because I haven't gotten the one from the event yet. Yeah, I got 3. Nope. I got 2, and then I dismantle Sanjin core stamp in order to 3 of them in order to level it up to level 3. So yeah, I'm putting my investments into him. I like him. When the next one comes out, I'll put my investments into him. I like him. I was coming on here to be like, oh, I'm skipping Creepy Dude. And yes, I'm purposely calling him Creepy Dude the entire time. I don't even want to try to say his name. And there's an artist named SZA that I like a lot, so I'm not calling him that. But like, the more I think about it, and I'm not even trying to be. At first, it was, and I was rage baiting Hakeem on this. At first, it was like, yo, they're doing this because the IP owner is basically hammering the Chinese company that makes this because they have a game coming out and blah 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 blah. I don't know if I believe in those conspiracies, but I do like Grimjaw. I don't like Creepy Dude. So I'm putting as many resources into him as I can because I want to play with him. Plus, he's on the strike team, and I want to replace Nemu on that strike team. He does that. So the first leak was when Aizen first came out. They did bait on purpose and said Jim was coming out first and released Aizen. All that, it is what it is. I mean, here's the thing. It's not even just for them. I don't trust leaks for any game. I had the same thing with Seven Deadly Sins where they were talking about Escanor. For the longest time, there were leaks like he's coming out. And I was like, I don't believe it until the company says it. And I'll be wrong or I'll be behind. I don't care. I really don't care. I would rather save the resources in anticipation and then it comes out later. It's like, oh, or go for the character I want. And if the leaks and stuff, it's fun to talk about. It's fun to speculate, but I don't let it affect my resource building gameplay or whatever. Now, to be fair, I'm not free to play. So I get that. Cause then you're like, well, if I love this Grimjow and I find out that for example, Pantera Grimjow is not coming out for 6 months. then I would invest more into getting this one. But if I know that Pantera Grimjaw is coming out right after this one, I would rather wait. I understand that perspective of it if you're free to play. To me, it's just hard for me. This table, for me, it's just hard for me to put any faith in that stuff because people just be saying stuff sometimes. People just say stuff. And that, I mean, that happened to me before. Oh, I got one of his stamps. When did I get that? I didn't want that. I never went. Did I go for that accidentally? I never wanted that. Huh. Well, it's good. Well, it's good. It's gonna be a lonely ass core stamp. It's about to be a lonely ass core stamp. Okay. It is what it is. So yeah, Eisen B5 now. And I need to pull him a couple more times to get him B6. Not having Kenpachi is impacting my account and now stuck on floor 7. To be honest with you, as much as I love Kenpachi, the character, and I have him, maybe I need to develop him a little bit more and check his stamps and stuff. His core stamp, I have 3. His set stamps are not the best, although I do have a lot of crit on him. Oh wait, did I fix his core stamp? Did I fix his stats? I think I fixed his set stamps. I'm not being hyperbolic. He's good. I like him. Unless they gave him another buff, he's not much better than Ichigo Bunkai. He's good. He is good, but like, and also to be fair, again, for full disclosure, my Ichigo Bankai is right here, and I think his core stamp is fully ascended. He has 5 set stamps are bad, I think. This is when I was first starting to play. What's up, Spike? Long time. Crit rate, slash is okay. I mean, look at all those rolls on HP. Ugh. Ugh. But like, I don't know if Kenpachi would push. Maybe you get plus 417 and be stuck on 18. I don't think he's. Put it like this: the way that I'm looking at my team right now, if I go to Trial Tower, boop boop be doop. I'm at floor 18. Yeah, they lack on the. Yeah, they just need to have a replacement for Byakuya. Kitsuke is awesome. You put him everywhere, but Byakuya's ultimate just isn't holding up. It just doesn't do anything for you. But yeah, I'm on floor 18, so don't feel bad. I would have hated missing Kenpachi just because I like him. He's awesome. But I mean, look at what I'm running. That I've also run with Kitsuke, no Byakuya, and Ichigo. Like it's just not going. Probably if I developed a little bit more. To be fair, they're all B0. Nope. Kitsuke is B3, B2. We can go to those characters just to give you guys like an idea. I know I haven't been doing my account that much here because I've been focused on the other. Oh yeah, B2. So Kitsuke is B2. I don't know about. Wait, is that B1? Yeah, he B1. So he's B1. And then Kenpachi Dobesai. He is nada. He's B0. So use Aizen, Kenny, Mayuri. See how that goes. Yeah, why not? Okay, sure. I need to do some of my weekly stuff though as well. But although that may not be fair at the moment because I do have Aizen B5. I do have Aizen B5, which is. Man, I love him so much. I love him so. Oh! He's like my second favorite villain now because of this game. It's amazing. Best villain of all time is Joker. I will never let that go. What's up, Hakeem? Oh, what is up? You say, wait, and Mayuri? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Deploy. And Mayuri. What? I guess because of the alignment bonus that he gets for 5%, that 5% alignment damage, whatever. Aizen should be strong enough to ignore the damage reduction debuff. Well, he is in a lot of situations, but put it this way. I was running Aizen, Kitsuke, and I don't want to say was it Kenpachi or Ichigo, and that's where I got up that high. Whatever. Let me just go ahead and run it. It doesn't matter. Make sure I got this what you said right. So Kenny, Aizen, Mayuri. Okay, cool. Holla at your boy. All right. Yeah. And then I do want to do, because I haven't done Bleach in a minute, and the new event has me going. We all still waiting for you to use Creepy Dude in Trials, bro. I mean, you can wait. I'm waiting to win the lottery. I'm waiting for that phone call from Beyonce, like, look, it's always been you. I'm leaving him. I've been waiting for that for years, bro. That ain't happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. I'm still waiting for Zoe Zendaya to be like, I saw you this on Instagram. What? You want to go to dinner? I'm just, I'm waiting on a lot of stuff. You can wait on a lot of things. The poison from my unit is going to make the opponents take more damage. Ooh. Good shout. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. There we go. Let's see how effective it is. And Kenpachi does like to do damage, as you can see by those numbers. However, it still feels well, I mean, it has to feel lacking if I'm still stuck on floor 18. Oh, but Hakeem, you missed my whole big. I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm really not pulling for Creepy Dude at all. Plus, you guys spend so much time typing out his name. That's 75,000 letters in his name. Why are y'all? It's 5. He's got so many letters and syllables. Like, geez. Poro? Nah, too much like pero, and I like Spanish. Yela? I could. No, I'm not saying that on the microphone. Let me stop. Yeah, so I'll stick with Creepy Dude. Oh my goodness. So, oh no, but the idea was, the more and more I thought about it, and the more and more I'm putting into Grimjow SR Plus. Nope, I won't say SZA because I like that artist. She's an amazing artist, and I will not equate the two. No chance. No chance. I'm sorry. No chance. Just try him out in the tower at least. How am I going to try out Creepy Dude in the tower? I'm not pulling for him. Oh, and that was the other point. Was that the more I put in the Grimjow SR Plus, the more I like him. In terms of like where his levels are going. I have not truly like play tested him yet. But it is does he know? But it is. Well, you can join the NBA Discord that we have. I had to, for those of you who are in my Discord, there's Bleach Soul Resonance, there's the 7 Deadly Sins, and then there's NBA, because we kept dropping in NBA stuff inside of it, and it's like, no, oh no, we gotta make a difference. Okay, you're skipping Creepy Dude. I worship Lord Aizen enough. Oh, I worship Lord Aizen. That's why I'm skipping Creepy Dude. That's why. And okay, so full logic. Now that people are coming up, hey Sonny, what's up? What's up? They're Pinter. All right, Pinter. This is why, and it's just a matter of like how it's working out. Okay, my Aizen's B4. I want my Aizen to be B6. I would rather have a B6 Aizen than a B0 Creepy Dude. I like Grimjow, and I'm putting a ton of resources into him, right? So far, I'm actually satisfied with the Grimjow SR Plus, and we will play test him today because I have him level 100. None of his passive are unlocked, and he's already at 37,000. But like, cool. I will say this though. You've seen your B0 Aizen hit for 30 million thanks to him. You want to see what a B5 does? Without him? So I'd rather just have a B6 him. But then, Sonny, you are free to play, right? I think that's part of the reason. Plus, I heard his mechanic. Well, that's not the problem. But in any case, I'd rather invest the resources, because this is one thing, as like not a free to play player, but like the one thing I would rather have is like, I'm not free to play. I spend money, right? But I do it. Responsibly is not the right word. Not recklessly most of the time, So I would rather take whenever the new character comes out, those resources go into that new character. Now the last like 6 weeks, what I've been doing is putting resources into SRs because I'm trying to make content, blah 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 blah. Well, now I have this SR plus Grimjow. I've put a ton of resources into him and he's still not finished. I'm gonna do more. I'd rather dedicate those resources to Grimjow because I love that character. One, two, it looks like he's gonna be really, really strong by the time I get done. And three, if I'm pulling for a B6 Aizen, I'd rather have the B6 Aizen, like I said before, than a B4 Aizen and a B0 creepy dude. So I would rather, yeah, and that's exactly the point, Sonny. I'm getting to it. So I would rather dedicate to SR plus Grimjow, do that and then pull for Aizen. I'm gonna pull for Aizen until I get the B6. But let's say I get the B6 Aizen tomorrow because I have him B5 now, thanks to this morning. Let's say I get the B6 Aizen tomorrow. I'll get lucky, yay for me. I will pull for creepy dude for like 3 or 4 days. But then after that, I'm chopping it off. I'm waiting for the Pantera Grimjow, a little bit of cash on it, and then I'll get Pantera Grimjow, and then I'll farm for the resources there. I'm not, even if I pulled creepy dude now, he's just gonna he's gonna be my next Ikaku. Where it's like, I'm just putting you on the bench. I'm not putting resources into you because I'm putting resources into SR plus Grimjow. I like him and he looks like a beast, and I'm adding him to my strike team. And then I want to do something for Pantera Grimjow, right? So like, there's no space for him, and I don't like him. So that's the thing. So I mean, he can be great and fantastic. Okay, cool. But I guarantee you my B6 Aizen is better than B4 Aizen and Creepy Dude. I guarantee you that. We'll do more damage at B4 with B0. What makes you say that, Hakeem? What makes you say that? Plus, I don't want him on my screen. I just don't like him. That's the other thing. I do not like him. And I would love to have someone do, but I can't see your guys' results. Okay, so time out. Who has, oh no, I'm not skipping him. No, Sonny, I'm not skipping him. Pantera Grimjow is the reason why, partially the reason why I'm not pulling for Creepy Dude. Like I said, if I get Aizen at B6 tomorrow, I will pull for Creepy Dude for 3-4 days, and then I will stop, and then I will just wait and save my resources for Grimjow, Pantera, and if I got to put some cash down, I'll put some cash down. I heard Kenny stamps are best for Grimjow, the SR1. Really? Because I heard, but the recommendation was, oh, you were right, by the way. Kenny, Aizen, and Mayuri. Huh. Look at how good Aizen is. I heard, or what I saw was that Midnight Spectre was the best. The Yaruichi ones. Let's keep doing this then. Let's just let this rock. Let's let this roll. Okay. But that's a fact. Ask Sunny. Hakeem is true. No, but I mean, you say it's true, but how do you know if you don't have a B6 Aizen? How do you know? That's my point. Like, if you would run Trial Tower now, for example, and just do like, I would do the final floor of Trial Tower with only Aizen and nobody. And then you do it with Creepy Dude and Aizen, and then see who gets done faster. And once I have B6. And plus, I just don't want him. You guys can talk and talk and talk. I don't care. I don't like him. Keep him. If you like him so much, date him. I don't like him. He sucks. His face is weird. He gives me nightmares. I do not like him. Blah. Vomit. Game is mostly about fun. And I like fun. And he's not fun. He's a weird dude who swallows people. No. No. I like Aizen. I keep Aizen. I go for B6 Aizen. You can't talk about it if you don't have it. You can just tell. You can just, yeah, but then you have a B6 Aizen, Hakeem, so then you can't say what a B4 Aizen would do with the B0 Creepy Dude. You see what I mean? Unless you can reverse it. That's what I'm saying. It's an unknown. But you guys have fun. You can cape for the dude all you want to. You can go with him to the Diddy parties. I don't care. I do not want him, and I will not pull for him. End of discussion. I don't want him. I don't find him important. I don't find him necessary. There's not a bit of content that I can't get through with what I have. You can go for them if you like to see big numbers. I think I'm seeing big enough numbers to do the content I want to do. So I'll stick with the one that I like the most. But I'm glad you guys are really happy with them. At least you're happy. I guess that's what's important. I guess, yeah, of course. And you guys are twisting your words to fit your agenda. If you're happy, be happy. Don't try to force me to be you. I want to be me. I want my account to look the way my account looks. I like it and I'm having fun. Why don't you guys want me to have fun? Why do I need to be what you want me to be? Why can't I be myself? Why can't you just be happy that I'm happy? Why can't you be happy that I'm happy? Why does that hurt you so much that I don't want him? Why does that hurt you? If you're happy with it, then why force me? Doesn't feel fair, right? I like what I got. I'm having fun with my account. And if there's a character that I just don't like and don't want to do with, thank you. Don't do it. Don't do it because of me per se. Don't do it, but it's also a large part of games are, fun. And it's fun to me. And you guys can give me all the arguments you want, but guess what I can say? No. And if you don't like it, I can ignore you and keep doing it the way I want to because it's fun for me. You can enjoy and have a great time. I won't try to force you to think like me because I've always said this is my opinion and my view. And the more you guys push me, the less I want to do it because now I'm absolutely skipping him and not even trying his trial. I was going to try to do his trial in this stream. I'm not even doing that now because you guys are obnoxious. You guys are so annoying that I don't even want to look at him. I will not do his trial. I will not try him. I'll just ignore him completely. It's obnoxious. So y'all can keep it. Have fun. I'm glad you enjoy him. I'm glad you love him so much. The Japanese company was right. You guys bought into what he is. They were right to put him out as an SSR. And you guys enjoy it. So have fun. I don't want him. I won't try him. I don't care. And you know what? And you know what I'll say this too? I'll say this too. You're right. You're 100% right. He is going to be better with him, and he's going to be better than SR plus Grimjow, and he's going to be amazing, and he would help every single team, not just the Spirit team. He is the best Spirit character to come out. Cool. Slash started out as the strongest team. Now it's like, Stu, for real. Because the thing that happened with the Byakuya thing was like, yo, you need to get him, you need to get him, you need to get him. And I was like, really? Then I did, and he was good. And I was like, oh, damn, they were right. I have to get him. Okay, cool. And I got him. And now it's a waste. It's not just that they aren't the best. They're like genuinely weak. They're genuinely not okay. Spirit and Thrust have limited assault. Yeah, but I mean, when you have the characters like their favorite character, Creepy Dude, or like Aizen, Toshihiro's good at assault too, to be fair. It's just that Aizen stays on the screen. Then I would like, do you need assault? Because I like him, Sonny. Do you need assault that much? Because here's the thing. I finished Spirit Tower. Now, granted, before I finished Spirit Tower. Now, Grimjaw will sit at level 1 forever. Oh, no, it's good for you. We need something to replace Byakuya. I don't want them to touch Kitsuke because he's so good. And I feel as though Kenpachi and Ichigo actually would be perfectly fun assault characters if they had somebody tactical to boost them up a little bit. Like the way that Nell does, or the way that, what's her name, Soifon does for their team. Yeah, but no. But that's the thing. That's why he is good, to be fair. That is why he's good, because he can do all of his things while not being on the field. So he does boost the Spirit team a lot. And it's not necessary. Like the downside to Aizen is he better be strong as hell on the field, because he is always on the field. He is always on the field. He is looking for his camera time 100%. It's like that is the one big plus, is that he is that. Yeah. But I will say that is one of the pluses of him is that he doesn't require much in order, from what I understand. He doesn't require much, excuse me, he doesn't require much in order to boost the rest of the spirit team. Since I watched you play this or even watch the anime. Creepy dude is the guy with the pink hair who looks like he belongs at Diddy parties. Mayuri is the other creepy. Mayuri is the creepy dude that makes. Okay, creepy dude makes Mayuri look less creepy. Does that make sense? They've been spelling his name 100 times. I just don't want to say it, and I don't want to compare him to SZA. It's I'll show it to you on the screen real quick because they keep typing it because they insist upon trying to use me as a dancing monkey because they feel insecure about me not liking him. Where? Okay, now I can't find his name. Here's his name. That's his name. He has like pink hair and like makeup like the Crow. It's all about pulling for units. Exactly. That's the thing. If I'm having fun, I don't understand why it's a problem. But I'm now they're gonna keep talking. I'm just gonna ignore them, or I'm gonna put them on ignore chat and just leave them alone. Because at this point, it's just obnoxious. It's a 20-year-old and a 19-year-old who don't understand people having a different opinion. Go listen to Iceman and listen to your Drake album and complain about people. Oh, because at this point, it's just annoying. This is where that maturity thing comes in play. Doesn't sound. Yeah, he's in Wakamundo. He's not there that much, but I get in the manga he's in. Apparently, he's in there a lot. So like, it's weird. Oh. I would show you his picture, but I'm in the middle of this thing. And honestly, I should pull out. But who suggested this again? Because I need to give you a shout out. Face, were you the one who shouted this out? You're the one who's contributed like positively to my chat today. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. As opposed to just spamming a bunch of bullshit. Sorry, a bunch of BS. You were the one who told me to try this combination. Yeah. So big shout out, Face. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's the one who told me to use this team. So I'm gonna go back and remove it, but I'm gonna keep doing that. Oh yeah. But yeah, you've gotten me back. And that's it. We were saying it before about Slash. Slash sucks. They can't get past their own tower. They cannot. I'm having to use a spirit and a daggum thrust character to get past it. You know what's funny? Nah, I'm not gonna say that. That's just me. I'm not gonna say that. I'll ignore it. Anyway. But yeah, this has gotten me past. Oh, but then yo. Thank you, actually, big time, Phase. Because I was running shy on resources and I was about to have to reach into my wallet. This helps me out with my resources too. Big shout. Big shout. Thank you. Big shout. That helps me with my resources as well. Okay. So now I did save my gaming budget for another 2 weeks. I don't remember this guy. He's not in the anime series. He's not there that much. He's there. He's present. But he's not the one that... The reason why I'm calling him creepy dude, and I can't remember who said it. I wish I could. They told me about one of the things he does in the manga. Let me cancel it. One of the things he does in the manga and how he's very much way more in the manga doing these creepy things, and he started describing them, and I was like, ew. I didn't think anybody would make me feel make me feel creepier than Mayuri, but congratulations, you take home that prize. And yeah. So no, I haven't used the main selector yet. Not yet. I've stacked up those resources, but I haven't used it yet. Partially because, and thanks to, can't remember who just said it again. I think it was Face again. Let me write it down. He's on the ball today. Saying that Kenpachi stamps are actually better than Spectres. This is a work notebook. Where is my gaming notebook? I need to keep that stuff separate. One sec. Actually, let me do this real quick just to have some entertainment. But you were saying that the Kenpachi stamps, set stamps, are better than the Yadoichi Midnight Spectre, I think is what it's called, are not as good. So let's go ahead and do this. You know what? We'll run this one time because I need a replacement. I don't want to use my Yuri here anymore because of that event. The events have been good. The events have been good, and I do like those. We'll run this. Okay. Yeah, so I've basically like waited on the yeah, he can revive by making himself birth to him. Yeah, exactly, Spike. And I think that's one of the few things that is like that, which is why it's creepy, dude. Wait, you mean Pantera Grimjow? Because this Grimjow is Strike. That was the other thing that made me hop up for him too. Was that I love the character. He's Strike. I mean, Full Assault. Okay, not the best, but that's the other part of it because I like running this team and putting him on that team is like, yay, I get to see him a lot. I love him. All right, anyway, but like that's part of the reason why is that I get to use him a lot. Okay, sorry. That was yeah. So SR Grimjow. Yes, I'm old. I could just open a notepad, but I's old. Confirm. We'll do one more. SR Grimjow. And then that would be, I'm going to try to do it with Kenpachi as well. So I'll have a set. I'll have two sets. But that's why I'm saving that whole stat selector thing because I'm going to wait and see what set stamps I do need. And then it reminds me of the Miss Marvel storyline in Avengers comics from the 80s, I think. Yo, what? DC got that weird? Or not DC, sorry. Marvel got that weird? What in the hell? Yeah, that's the thing. But I'm that's what I'm saving for those. I'm saving for both. That's the whole goal now is to save for those. Okay, so let me see. Where was I going? It was one of the events. Spike, you're about to see this guy. He's the one I'm calling creepy dude. He just makes my stomach turn. Like legit. That part isn't a joke. He does legitimately make my stomach turn. But then again, so did some scenes in Akira. One of my favorite movies of all time. And there was a lot of scenes in that movie where it was like, yo, can we not do this? I didn't know you were even allowed to draw stuff like that. All right, so create a team. And I think actually I just need to do, I got his weapon stamp. Do I even need to bother with this right now actually? I have his weapon stamp. I already have this ×3 and this stamp corridors. So that stuff can legit wait actually. So let me see where the spirit energy is and if I can unlock some of his passives. Because I want to see where he is now. I feel like if I get to his passives, he's going to knock at 40K. Because I haven't even done his weapon all the way up yet. We'll do that. Yeah, I could, but that's the thing too. Okay. Creepy dude aside, my Yuri is my other creepy dude who I'm not a big fan of watching, to be honest with you. And if he had been same situation, let's say they switched the dudes up, and it was creepy dude who had a solo thing, and then it was this and Aizen, I would have skipped my Yuri, if that makes sense. There are going to be precious few things that are not going, just all the jokes and everything aside, there are going to be precious few things that would have gotten me to make a different decision than what I just made. Like if creepy dude was Kenpachi instead, then I would be in real trouble because I would not know what the hell to do. Because I love Kenpachi, regardless of, like, even though he was like crap, I just want that character because I love that character, right? So but if they had a Byakuya, I would make the same decision. I would make this SR plus Grimjow. I love that character that much. Aizen B6. I can't think of a character other than Kenpachi, Nell. That might be the list. I don't know of any other characters that would have made me make this decision. Does that make sense? That would have changed my decision making here. That is, yeah, that's how much I love those characters. Well, I love Aizen that much because of the damage, and now I do like him as a villain. The more I went back and saw him as a villain, I was like, yeah, he was cold. But like, right, straight up, I don't. That's how much I love Grimjow. That's the thing. And I think the only ones that would have made me change my mind on that would have been, and this is straight up bias, the only ones that would have made me change that would have been Kenpachi and Nell. And maybe Yaruichi. That's it. Hell, you can have my creepy dude stamp. I got it. I don't know why I have it because I was going for Grimjows the whole time and they gave me creepy dudes for some reason. Actually, maybe that's the tip. Pull for the core stamp before you pull for the character. Because I didn't have the character. I wasn't doing it. I was going for Aizen. I went to pull stamp corridor for Grimjow and they gave me creepy dude stamp. If I could gift that to somebody, I would, because that's going to be a very lonely ass stamp. Because I don't see myself getting B6 Aizen tomorrow. As much as I said it, I'm probably going to have to literally devote all my resources to that for the next 2 weeks, and then up the money for Pantera Grimjow. But like, damn, that really just bugged me now. I don't know if I would have made a decision differently. I was in the kind of mindset when Aizen came back the first time. I had to decide. Now, yeah. Oh, see, I didn't make that decision. I went for no. But to be fair, I already had a B4 Aizen, and the reason I want the B6 Aizen is something completely different now. Like I don't hold that value for him that much. If you want to know Miss Marvel story, just look up Avengers 200 October 1980. In a nutshell, time traveler is birthed by Carol Danvers, grows up in hours. Then they start dating. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, but yuck. Like, to be fair, we didn't know what Nell would be at the time. I can understand that decision if we didn't know what Nell was going to be at the time. I fully know what I'm doing now and still making that decision, but I didn't know Nell was going to be this at the time. And my preference to Nell was strictly anime based, strictly like I like this character, I like that character based. If you had to make me rank them, it would go like Nell and Grimjow probably tied, and then just the rest. I don't know. So that would have been definitely that. Transforming Aizen. Say more, Stu. I need more resources. See, this is what I meant by dipping in that wallet. I'm gonna need some more of this energy stuff. All right. Anyway. Let's go ahead and unlock this pack. Oh, wait. This might also be a this might be funny. It might be the case that I can level him up a little bit more because he's an SR plus, he's going to be cheaper. That's why all of these are already where they are. That's already done. The things I'm really missing are his passives and then the weapon. And I just got to raid for that. I don't have enough energy, and I'm not going to spend Jade on it because I need to wait. The unfairness is considered problematic. It fits. All of what we're talking about is very problematic. I would not be surprised if YouTube was like, what are these dudes talking? Like, it's all... She grows up in hours and they start... it's the last part. because we've seen like Rachel Summers and Cable, was it Nathan Summers, be born to Scott Summers and Jean Grey, and then be adults and meet their parents. That whole growing up in hours thing, theoretically, that's not weird in comic book world. It's this part that's catching me, because say what you want, there's an Eminem song where he talks about Jennifer Lopez. Sorry, I don't get if that was my own mother. I still know, and I can't even say the words to the lyrics. I know them in my head. I can't say them because I feel like I'd be canceled immediately. But that's what that is. That is what this is. That is what this is. It's that part of the Eminem song in that verse. That's what that is. My first anniversary predictions are Vastro Lord. Well, from what I understand, they're trying to put in 1,000 Years War, and I guess we're still 6 months out from 1 year. Well, guess we are 6 months out from 1 year. So, I think they're going to try to start the 1,000 Years War at the 1 year anniversary. Do the Hueco Mundo arc. I guess that'll wrap up with Pantera Grimjow. They still haven't done Stark, and I don't know that they're gonna. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I think, isn't there some art out for Vast? Let me not say that. Let me check real quick. There some. Sorry, I thought there was some art out for him already. Yeah, see, it's already completing it. Oh wait, never mind. Some jerk. Okay, never mind. Sorry, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. This is why you don't pay attention to leagues. Okay, ignore what I said. I'm sorry. Um, but they mentioned it in that they mentioned it in the live stream though. They mentioned it in the live stream. I would agree 100%, but they mentioned it in the live stream, which is what's concerning. Because let's be real, they're gonna ignore the butt arc. Those will be a bunch of SR characters, even if they get into the game, right? They're gonna ignore the like corporeal forms of the they're gonna ignore all the smaller arcs, right? Hold up. As a matter of fact, all I have right now is a sword up on the screen because okay, let me do this real quick just so we have some action going, and then we can go back to it. What are you doing? Come over here. Give me stuff. Give me stuff. Get to. That. Nada. Okay. We can do the event that I need to do. And I'll run the front. Oh, no, I said the front line I'm not going to do right now. So let's do the weekly resources, which are going to be way too fast, but that's okay. Frenzy. And we'll just keep running that strike team for now, since I already know what that is. You know what it is. Okay. Bet. Let me see. So let me look up. I need to look up all the arcs. I'm sorry. I don't have them in my head like that. Just so we go down. Oh, somebody even gave an image and everything. Thank you, sir. All right, so. Wait, they've only done I mean, I guess these are the major arcs, like the Soul Society, Arrancar. Okay, you don't know what. Okay, he put the Arrancar arc, which is Wakamundo, Fake, Karakura Town, Fullbring, and then Quincy. But then that's where you get the. When do you get the? Okay, this guy just didn't describe it properly. That's my fault. There's a different arc there that I'm looking for, like a different visualization that I'm trying to put up. And this is a YouTube thing. Hey, I said image, not thumbnail, which honestly is the same thing. I don't even know how I just said that. Yeah, view spoiler, bro. Is it even a spoiler? This series is 20 years old. So the Arrancar Lost Substitute. Is that the one that you were talking about before? That's the Lost Agent? Yeah, Lost Substitute. Yeah, they're not gonna do that. I didn't even remember this arc. I'm sorry. I did not even remember that arc. So you have Substitute, Substitute Soul Reaper, Soul Society, Wako Mundo, Ronkai, whatever you want to call it. I'm thinking about the dudes. I cannot think of their names. And but according to this thing that I'm looking at now, and it's wrong, but is that after the run card, they give you Lost Substitute, and then it goes straight into Thousand Years Blood War. That's what they do. So then, is it too early for them to start Thousand Years War after Fullbringer? The arc is about the Substitute Soul Reaper before Ichigo, who turned bad. I don't remember that arc. Lord have mercy, I don't remember that. Oh no. I don't remember that at all. What is... I don't remember that arc. Well, I mean, I guess that's the answer to your question. I recognize these two faces that I'm looking at right now, but like, apparently it was wholly unforgettable. And the Arun card, not the Arun card, but the ones. This is where I'm going to show how long it's been since I've seen it. The dudes who, the guy who had the bob, he's in one of the Stamp Corridor things. He has like the bob haircut that goes down like this. Then there's that little girl who's like a grown woman apparently, and who's very, very aggressive. That whole gang of people that we thought were bad guys but end up being good guys. People really hate on it too much. I'm not saying whether it's good or not. I'm just saying it's not memorable, which might be kind of a slap in the face, but like, I genuinely don't remember it. The Wako Mundo arc I love, and I may forget all their names, but I remember everything about that. The Fullbringer arc, I do not. That's how Ichigo got his Fullbringer powers and replaced his Hollow Mask with a new... Oh. I remember that part, where he goes into like the full mask horns thing. I remember that. Oh, right. Now, and this is based off of what I'm seeing in this image. I'm going to find one of these dadgum like images that I can put up on the screen so we can go over it. But basically the idea or the question that I have is, because what I saw is that arc is like 50 episodes, whereas Wako Mundo is 115. Is that enough of an arc to have characters deep enough that's worthy of like a full-on thing? Meaning Wako Mundo, we've been doing this Wako Mundo thing for like almost 6 months, right? Not 6 months, but you know what I mean? Like 3 months plus. It has to be. Well, since November, right? Since Aizen came out. So we've been doing it for a minute. And I guess it's coming to a close, wrapping up. It's going to be over soon, right? The Fullbringer arc. Is there enough there for there to be a there? I know that sounds crazy how I just said that, but I think you get what I mean. Like the Fullbringer arc would not be something that lasts for 6 months. Or am I crazy? The only thing memorable in the book of the end, an ability a side villain had, not even the main villain, and Byakuya kills the guy who has the book. And not even, yeah. And then that, I remember that part because that isn't that where like Byakuya is supposed to be like redeemed in some way, and I'm still like, no, you still a person. Also attack, crit damage, ultra. Well, no, 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 no. That's what I'm saying. They would bring him in. They would bring him in. But is that? But is it? Are you gonna get a full like PVE thing out of it? Wake Mundo has its own full like quote unquote arc gameplay. So Soul Society, Substitute Soul Reaper has full like arc gameplay. Are you getting that with the Fullbringer arc? And I'm genuinely asking because I am the one who's forgotten it. I am the one who's like, this was not a memorable arc to me. So I'm not even trying to be like difficult or funny. An S arc. Well, to be fair, they've also done this SR Plus thing. I doubt Grimjow's going to be the only one. Now that they've actually opened up that door. But yeah, it's one of those, it's a genuine question because I'll admit my ignorance in this part of it. I like the Wake Mundo arc memorable. The Wake Mundo arc memorable. Do stuff phone. The Wake Mundo arc memorable. The Substitute Soul Reaper arc, whatever you want to call it, memorable. The fake Karakura Town arc, that's still in the Wake Mundo arc though. That's still the Arrancar thing. That's before Fullbringer. Yeah, and they still haven't done that yet. So then they would do that, although that's partially done right now, or at least it looks like they've opened it up a bit with this Creepy Dude event that we're doing. Because they're very, very, very clearly like stating like Karakura Town before you go into the event. I've never seen the Core 4 movie. I didn't even know it was I didn't know it existed, honestly. Should I look that up and download it and watch it? That's when, yeah. So the fake Karakura Town. But here's the thing though, the fake town. I'm saying Karakura instead of Kura. That would still be no, because you'd have to introduce that other run card, the woman with the mask, the blonde. You could introduce her. Stark still hasn't come out yet. You could put him in. So there's 6 weeks right there. Ulkarira, whatever his name is, he would be another one of those ones that I would have taken as opposed to doing the SR Plus and Aizen, because I loved his character too. I don't know why I should hate him because he is a kidnapper, but yeah, they're gonna put him in as a playable character. I will bet money on that. Yeah, the Runka arc was huge. To be fair, that was like the series. That was the series. It was like, okay, Substitute Soul Reaper, let's introduce Ichigo. Then it was this massive thing, the Wako Mundo Arrancar arc or whatever. And they did say Wako Mundo as opposed to Arrancar arc. So maybe they'll do fake Kura town arc separate. And then you can introduce Harabel. Yeah. If I'm remembering who Harabel is, and again, like I said, I'm terrible with the names, I would go for her for real. She'd be my next one after. She would be yeah, that's the one I said. The like I'm saying, like the blonde with the mask. That's who I was talking about. She's awesome. I love her. I would get her for real. Like she would be one of those ones. It would be her. She's on the same level as not the same level as Nell, but like I loved her. Like she's definitely one of those I go after. The only one, I mean, if they ever did, they're never gonna make Yami like a playable thing, are they? Nobody likes him. Oh, yeah, this is the other creepy dude. There's so many creepy dudes. The Areniro, he would get skipped by me too. For real. They better not put him up next to anybody else, or I'm not pulling for him at all. No chance. Ugh. I forgot about. Damn you for reminding me about. Ugh. I'm not a fan. Wait. Would she be a spirit DPS though? Wouldn't she be like? I would say Strike over that. I would say Strike over Spirit. No. And then you still have Stark. You still have Stark. You haven't put him in yet either. Oh, so there's another character I skipped. Let me get them names. Let me get them. I need to rewatch Bleach, but I'm already rewatching Seven Deadly Sins. Wait, what? I vaguely remember him. Okay. Even I'm skipping. Yeah, exactly. I forgot he existed. I forgot he was a thing. I forgot this guy was a thing. I think if they start Karakura Town now, like now ish, because in my head, as you introduce Pantera Grimjow, you're ending the Hueco Mundo arc in the Arrancar arc. You know what I mean? Like you're ending that part of it. Then you would start, and they've already said it, like not said it, but shown at Karakura Town. Then you're introducing Haribel, Stark, Two Head Dude, and Ulquiorra. I'm trying to say his name right because I love him so much. Those three would be introduced. That's 9 weeks of content right there on the way to 6 months. I think you would get the Thousand Years Blood War in at the 1 year anniversary. I think that would be it. I think speculation. As they stay true to his kit, should be the best alignment. Let me go ahead and check him out again. But yeah, I think Thousand Years War would be at the 1 year anniversary. Hmm? Hey yo. Oh no, he was cool. Baragon was cool. I liked him. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, it would be ailment. They had to put something in called like disease, I guess. I liked him a lot. Not on the level of those other ones, but I liked his character a lot. Okay. Okay, so that's 12 weeks right there. We have Baragon, Haribel, Stark. I've already said the other name and I've already forgotten it. But you would have 12 weeks. That's 3 months. So, four more characters we're not thinking of, obviously. And then you do the Thousand Years Blood War. So yeah, I guess that would be it. Is he like that? I like him. I mean, not on the, but I like him a lot. I do like him a lot. He would definitely be a character I would want. That's for sure. He's a character that I would definitely want. Why am I still hitting this microphone like it doesn't exist all the time in this one spot? But yeah, no, he would be a character I would want for sure. Don Guy transforming Aizen. I would have a question about the whole transforming Aizen thing. And it is, are they gonna start treating it like oh, I remember that moment. I really need to rewatch it. I remember that moment. Dog, that was nuts. He would probably end up being a boss fight, like a co-op boss fight for a minute before they would make him a playable character. You have to. Yeah, but then if it's Dangai Ichigo and Dankai Aizen, I would say that, or Transform, I think they would be released at the same time. I think you would have to release them at the same time. And if they were smart, they make an event out of it, like a boss fight or something where it's, or like a thing where you get to pick, do you want either the Aizen or the Ichigo, and then you pick whichever one you want, and that's the side you choose, and then you can't get the other one for like 3 weeks, and then that's something like, I mean, it could be something fun like that, and then you get them later, you can pull from them later or whatever, but it's basically, are you going to choose good or evil for that moment, and who do you choose? I would have fun with that. Anyway, yeah, but they wouldn't modify as current. I think that's the thing. It would be like what they do for the. Well, they don't have a revive mechanic, right? So theoretically, they could give him a revive mechanic, or give a new eyes in the revive mechanic. But then, what would that look like? I don't know. There could be, but that's the thing. It could be. There could be a lot of fun. There could be a lot of fun with that. It it would be. But here's the thing, though, and I'm not trying to be mean. I hope so. I hope so. I think if it was up to the developers, maybe. If it was only up to them. That's why I'm like hoping beyond hope. But to be fair, it's not like they've, even with the interference, it's not like they've done many missteps. Even in this one that I would consider to be a misstep, they still put in engaging content. If other people, by the way, is there anybody out there who does not like this what is it, Mystic something event, Mystic Frontline event? Because I love it. But I think I was talking to Hakeem and he was like, no, people, there, half the people don't like it. I like it a lot. Hey, are we dog? What, 6 seconds, bruh? I don't have enough time to get my water. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Thousand years Blood War is basically going to be them, the ability for them to just reset every character all over again. You don't like it? The co-op mode or this specific mode that we're talking about now? Because I don't like the co-op battles in general because it's just like we're gonna fight at the same time. You're not really helping each other. However, I do like this version of it that they have out now. That part I am enjoying, especially because it's limited characters that you can attack with, or for a limited number of times. Do 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 do. Oh, the specific mode. Okay, gotcha. Sanjin, for example, he unlocks. That is true. He looked weird. Um, that is true. I forgot that he changed to human for that one time. And who was that based off of? Was Toast and his friend in that moment? I think. Do 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 do. Hey guys, bye bye. Let's go. It does have me curious. It does have me curious about what's next. Especially with the whole SR Plus thing being unlocked. Because it's one of those. I was genuinely upset about the whole Grimjow SR Plus thing. I'm still like not happy with it, but at least they made him pretty strong and I can play with him. Okay, fine. I think they're gonna make some decisions about SR and SR Plus characters that are gonna make people a little bit upset. A little bit upset. Yeah, it was Tozen. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it was Tozen. Um, I'm trying to think of like the one that wouldn't be ridiculous to have happen, but that would like really make people upset. Um, like for example, I would love if Where is he? This guy was an SR plus because then I could freely ignore him and not have to worry about getting him. Like if they made Harabell an SR plus, if they made Harabell an SR plus, I think people might go assault their offices. First you do this to Grimjaw, and then you do what? Okay. I guess I will need to go make a coffee real quick. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Now the co-op event, I do like because it's, and this is a thing that we were talking about before. I think it was Hakeem and I were talking about yesterday. Is that event, I like it because they're giving you like different buff conditions and then also like limited teams. And so to me, that makes it like you have to think tactically a lot more strategically about what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to use the person. So like the one where it's like get 30 buffs to take off. Like that one, or there was one that I legit couldn't do, like perfect dodge twice or something like that. So I do like the concept of making the content more difficult or like having higher rewards for the content being more difficult in that way. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So good, so good. All right, so we'll do this last one, and we get to watch Aizen with Momo. Oh, so let's go. Yeah, I can see that too. Because they don't have. Do they? They don't have the Bankai for Kitsuke, do they? Does he launch his Bankai for his ultimate? I don't think so. Okay, let me go make my coffee. This is gonna end way too soon for me to get coffee. Yep, already over. Momo, take your time. Damn it, Toshihiro. Always trying to protect Momo. I got what you want, baby. Okay. I need the sun to come back out. Okay. Confirm. No, that's his kiddo skill. The one move where he planted the power damper inside of Aizen without him knowing, disguised it as a move. Wait. I really need to go back. I really need to go back. I really need to go back. Because that sounds familiar, but I don't remember it. Okay. All right. So then I guess the predictions coming up are, well, Dankai, Ichigo, and Aizen, the next level Aizen, for 1 year anniversary. Thousand Years War in like a year and a half. And then finishing out the fake Karakura arc side of the Arrancar arc. I guess that's the predictions. Although I don't know how many characters they could release from that arc in the next 6 months. You would need 9 characters. So I do not know. To the The Visitors. That's what I was trying to get before. Those are the ones I was trying to remember the name of before. Let me make sure that's the right thing. I was trying to figure out their names last time, and okay, hold up. I was trying to remember their names, and I could not remember it to save my life. Driving me up a daggum wall. Yes, it was them. It was them. It was them. It was them. I know they're bosses. They're already. That's what I was saying. They were in Stamp Corridor. I get that, but I feel like they're gonna make them playable characters. Or was I the only one who loved those dudes? Was I the only one that liked them? Because I thought for sure they would be. That's why I said the aggressive girl, whose name I just don't remember. The Vizords, yeah, whose name I just did not remember. Um, Love those dudes. I do not know why. I do not know why. I do not know why, but I do. Like deep. Is Eisen over here wrecking frenzy? Frenzy fight? Because he just put up 7,100 on a thing that had limit 6,000. I'm just saying. Eisen's always for that extra credit, you nerd. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Lotus dudes. You have $15. You must select one from each column. Build your best team. Ouch. I like this. Who did this? Am I allowed to do this with you guys? Oh, column. Okay. I I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. I guess I'll put this in the Discord. There's this like chart. I've never seen it before, where you have like columns of five, and I can show the chart. I guess we just won't do the exercise here. Maybe I'll put it in the. I'll definitely put it in the Discord. But, ugh, get in front, dog. Nope, get up front. There we go. So, it's this thing where you have a chart and you have $15 and you have to select one from each column to build your team. I like that. I wish I had, well, I'm sure they do have it for Disney or whatever, but that's so much fun. I love that stuff. I love this whole like auction drafting idea or concept. That would be so much fun. Anyway. Hey, come on. What are we doing? That's what I'm saying. I love the Visitors. I don't, yeah, I loved them. Hey, yo. What happened with, This thing here, did we still like beat the? Yep. 7,000 limit. 8232. I wonder who that's because of. Now what the ones I named before would still be. So the ones we don't know, because we know Grimjaw Pantera's coming out. Maybe not all the visitors, but a lot of them, if not all of them. Oh, and then Banagar or whatever that was. That was the fourth one I wasn't thinking of from the Wake Mundo, Katakuta Town arc. Oh, my back. There we go. Do 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 do. Oh, and that's the other thing too. Maybe I will have to go do that Mystic Frontline because I understand that some people's limitations are probably going to come from their roster not having enough characters or not having them leveled up enough, and I can like get by that part of it. So it may not be the easiest for others, just to show them play testing with SRs and stuff like that. Here we go. All right, so that's completed. 9,400 out of 8,000. Sure, Mr. Extra created. All right, let's go back over here. We'll collect the resources. I hate that this doesn't have a collect all button. I really do. First world problems, right? Okay, so that's completed for the week. That's done. We do that till the last day. Trial Tower, and I didn't do the set stamps. It was a grind to get to level 70 so I can unlock 100 characters. But once you get there, yeah, it gets not way too easy. That's not, but it gets pretty like cake walky. I'm not running into too many problems, which is why I do respect like the whole like, okay, we're gonna give you different ways to attack this. There's gonna be this entire environment where you have to choose only only a character you only use twice. You know what I mean? Like the current thing. I really do like that stuff because it forces me to use my roster in a different way. However, it does basically punish those who don't have deep rosters yet. Maybe they're free to play. Maybe they're new to the game. Whatever. You are immediately being punished for it. Got what you need. Yay, more stamps. Okay. No. Boy, oh boy. Might need these. Might be while my eyes are hurting. Okay, so what are you doing? I think it's just a shop thing, right? Nah, we can do that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Nope, that's not what I want to push. Stop it. Stop it. Nope. Okay. Mystic Frontline. Let's go ahead and just do one of these, I guess. Create. What is he's the debuff one, so we need to get 5 debuffs to trigger. Confirm target or 3 debuffs. I can't remember which. Why not? I don't really care. Confirm. Alright, so we wanted the debuff one, right? Yep, so who has debuffs? And a lot of them. We'll go with Mayuri and the strike team. Okay, not Mayuri, Tosin. And the thrust team. Yep. Okay, so we'll use you guys. Hey, where'd you go? Stop it. Why is Rangeki running in circles? Yo, hello. Hey, join if you want to. I don't know. I think we tried that one time before. We ended up on separate teams. Um, let's see. As a matter of fact, you could join and run your creepy dude and your Aizen, but well, no, but your Aizen's already B6 though, so it would still be a mismatch. Uh, excuse me. Wait, that's not the team I wanted. You jerks. This is the team I wanted to use. Thank you. Start battle. Yeah. Well, that's the other part of it too. A lot of people in my server I can't invite to do anything. At least I don't know how to. Oh yeah. There we go. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait. Well. Sorry, I try to mute the microphone so I'm not chewing on the mic. No, that's irritating. I hate when people do that. All right. Anyway, continue. Open all. I should probably be more careful about that, but whatever. Okay. So, I don't know if I'm able to. Hold up. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave this. Confirm. I guess anybody else on the European server. What's up, Big Sweet? Man, you still on top, right? Man, hold up. What you know about it? Now, to be fair, I got this one because my daughter's really into K-pop Demon Hunter. However, it's super spicy and she doesn't like spicy. So, oh man. So she just needed to see the packaging. But I found it hilarious that this grocery store is, and it's not even a grocery store, I don't think. They're in Korea. Yeah. Found it hilarious that was on the packaging. All right. Where do I see the invitations, quite frankly? I do not know. Do I have to be in the game mode to get the invitation, or does it just automatically send it to me? Quick deploy. I will say this, though. Like, we have a ramen spot. I haven't been there in a minute, too. And they make a really good tantamon ramen. I need to go back. It's so good. Oh, confirm. Yay. All right. So then what is the challenge? Who's the waiting for the captain to select the target? Why does that feel like something out of Top Gun? When they add Bankai Rukia, she's gonna be OP even though she has 0 feats in the. I do not think so. Because if they were gonna do that with Rukia, I think they would have done it already. Does that make sense? Like, they could have done that when she was first introduced, and they didn't. I think they might give her SR plus at. That's where the SR pluses are gonna be. I think they might do that to her. Okay, so debuff. I have my debuff squad, so I'm ready. So wait. Hakeem, which one is your team? Oh, I see that. Okay, now I see up at the top where your name is showing up. Now, question. I want to know because why aren't you running your creepy dude? I figured with as much as you talked about him, that would be like the headliner of your team. See, now that you talked about the rum, I feel like I did for a little while make some like show you ramen for my daughter. She loved it. That was like the perfect like winter meal because she would get the belly full of noodles and like the warm broth, and then she's just ready to like pass out. I haven't made it in a little bit, and I need to do it again. I see the potential for World Boss coming next week. 1,000 user word that can be saved for fights like Gerard and Almighty Yawak. Why can't I say that name correctly? I know the what he's called. I've seen that spelling. I just don't know how to say it right now. I've seen the spelling. Are you using Creepy Dude now? Or are we even able to see each other's teams? That would be cooler. Which they never give you a chance to click on anything. No. Well, I guess I'll see it at the end. Is it real, son? Is it really real? I still have that song stuck in my head. What different song stuck in my head? Who went offline? Uh-oh. Who went offline? Did they go offline? Come back. Okay, so in this game mode, basically. Oh, I've already used them twice. Damn. I got a Japanese store to get all my noodles. Yeah. I told you. That's his right hand man. Diddy goes to him to get the baby oil. No, but there's some decent noodles at my grocery, like the regular grocery store. I'm glad you mentioned that because I used to get this shoyu base that was really, 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 really good. And then they stopped carrying it, and I guess it's because Swiss people don't like to cook or they don't know how to. At least not anything past rishti or fondue or raclette. But I was really, really, really tempted to like make my own shoyu base now. But the thing is, the plus side about doing ramen, if you do it right, like cook everything separate and then put it whatever, is that it's kind of like God, it's gonna sound crazy, like spaghetti carbonara, where it's a very, very good meal, and it doesn't take a lot of elements to cook a good one. Does that make sense? It's a lot of times like less is more so long as it's fresh, if that makes sense. Like just have and don't make the mistake of like cooking your chicken with your vegetables, with your noodles. Like you cook your noodles separate, you cook your chicken separate, you cook your noodles separate in the base, and then you put in the noodles with the after you've cooked the noodles, and then you put the chicken on like you do it right. And that's the same thing with carbonara. You do your bacon over here, you're whipping your eggs over there, you're putting your parmesan, and then you put them together later after everything's that kind of thing, that concept. And it's impressive, but it's with a lot of cooking. Like less is more. Nuba come to Diesel Rokalaz and now Black Adam. Are you coming? Not a chance in hell. They are a waste of money. That Black Adam has been like rumored for 3 years now. I bet you I have the art for the Black Adam you're talking about, and I haven't touched DC Rose Collide. I bet you I can look into my folders right now. In fact, hold up. Because it's from the first developers of the game back in 2021. Hold up. I bet I have the artwork. I'm willing to bet they didn't change a single thing. Where is it? Oh, it's still there. Sad. Thug tier. DC Rose Cloud is still pinned here. I'm willing to bet I have their artwork here somewhere. Hold up. By the way, also, did you hear that they're selling DC Rose Collide again to another company? Heads up. Just so you know. Who else is excited for the Spider-Man? The new Spider-Man movie, I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see that new movie. Hold up. I'm trying to find where they have the art, where I had the artwork for the Black Adam. Must have been a minute ago. Defeat? How did we get defeated? Escaped one time. What happened? Why did we get defeated? Who fell off? Yo. Bruh. Weak. Oh yeah, because he lost his whole thing. Weak, man. That was weak. See, that's why I run. This is why I run this stuff alone. Where is it? I had the artwork somewhere. What folder was it in? God, it's been too long since I even looked at this stuff. Yeah, one of them was Byakuya for real. Yeah, no, they resold everything. He looks like he did in the leak. The Avatar released alongside Artemis. Yeah, that. So like that leak of DC Worlds Collide, that Black Adam, that leak is from. I showed it to you guys on stream last July, last August. I want to say. I showed it to you on stream, like, oh, check out this artwork. No idea when it's coming out, and that's where I peeped the game when White Lantern was released because I had the artwork for him, and I was like, wait a minute, and then they showed all the vehicles. For example, I know it's the same because I had the artwork for the bruh. I swear I can speak English today. I had the artwork for. Oh wait, did I delete the folder? I think I deleted the folder. Oh no, there's another one. Let's see. I had the artwork for the that Lex vehicle that I think is in the game now, right? I had that artwork all ready to go. Team preparing. Wait, is one of these? How do I know who these people are? No, I don't know who you is. Okay, so we finna leave. Hold up. See images. No. come on now. I know I got it somewhere. Give me a sec. I'll find it. And I'll give you the artwork for the next stuff they're going to release too. Yeah, the Lex suit was the Joker reinforcement. Yeah, because that makes a ton of sense. But yeah, that was one of the things. I had a lot of stuff. Man, I spent so much time on that game for them that stuff up. Where is it? Oh my god, all this work I did for them to just go around and mess up this game. Where is it? I'm gonna go crazy. Hold up, let me run something here and then I'm gonna find that thing, because I'll also show you. I also have artwork for Billy Batson. I have that artwork, but like the basic frame of him. I had the new logo for Harley Quinn. I had, what else? We'll go to you, because this is the thing, which is funny that this works so well. Boom, boom. Final cuts. No, that's all. I had unreleased episodes of DC Worlds Collide. A lot of them. A lot of unreleased episodes. It sound like I'm talking about like. Oof. Where are you at? Nope. And this is the thing too. Now that I'm going over it, it makes me even that much more upset. The amount of work I put into this thing for them to like wet the bed and not even try and turn it into a money grab is so upsetting. The hours that I put into that damn game for them to just all over themselves is infuriating. And not even try. That's the other thing too. Not even try. Lord have mercy. Where are you? I can't find it. I might have moved it to my hard drive, because a lot of this stuff I do keep on a hard drive. So like when I'm 80 years old and I'm like, how did I waste all these hours of my life? I can go back and be like, oh, that stuff. Dunk City Dynasty. I've never heard of that before. Wait. One of your team. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. I was like, did I see that? My 5 strongs are Vixen, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, John Stewart, Kid Flash, Cyborg, now Nubia. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The fact that Mr. Terrific is still one of your strongs, and Kid Flash, who came out originally, and Cyborg, and they're still that strong. That game has been out for 9 months. Mr. Terrific came out with the dadgum Superman movie, and he still owns it. No progress, no power creep, no none of that. Oh, but then the biggest, and I've said this over and over and over again, the biggest indictment of all of it is, go check out the DC Worlds Collide website. Go check that out real fast. Unless something is different and I don't know about it, go look at it real fast. Am I gonna have to go to this? Yeah, my ADHD is taking over now. What was it called? Okay, so one, I do like the going back to Bleach. I do like that event. I do, even though we just got screwed by a person who just dipped out on us, basically. I guess because they thought they weren't going to be MVP and they were like, "Oh, my feelings are hurt, so I'm leaving." I don't know. I do not know. Oh wait, that's not what I was meant to search for. Now the website and the social are all the same. No update since the poison. Yeah, exactly. You fired your marketing team and didn't get a new one? Why'd you fire them? They weren't doing bad, per se. Well, they were non-communicative, but I guess that's partially because they weren't getting any. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm just on one when it comes to them. I gotta not. I have got to not. Although I have to be honest, it makes it. I never put two and two together that they fired their marketing team, but like, of course, that's why the site hasn't changed because their marketing team doesn't exist anymore. Of course, that's why, because marketing teams are too expensive to pay for when you're fully funded by Tapjoy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wait, was that it? Hey, my mouse is acting up. I think I need to buy a new mouse. My mouse is acting a fool right now. And actually, that there's a tip, and that I learned from someone else. When where's Static Shock? That would require new work, man. That would require some new work and effort. Not gonna happen. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, actually, I'm glad I found this folder. I do need to keep this folder live. My mouse is driving me crazy right now. I guess I need to buy a new mouse. God, so much work done. So much MF and work done on this thing. Wow, this is really face. You were so right. This is really gonna get me through. I mean, maybe not all of it, but damn it, if it's not doing work. I have not gotten this far in this, and well, clearly I haven't. And you, like, just because of your suggestion, I've gone from floor 17, 18 to now I'm on floor 21. And I'm literally using one slash member. How crappy is the slash team in this game right now? Are we kidding right now? How crappy are they? Oh my God. Unbelievable. And actually, I haven't even checked. Like, usually I tell like how close we are. I haven't checked the time, but it doesn't look like they're even struggling that much. Jesus. I guess I need to figure out where Dunk City Dynasty is. White Lantern Hal Jordan versus Phoenix Force Jean Grey. Phoenix Force Jean Grey all day. Comic books or otherwise, all day. White Lantern Hal Jordan was. I'm sorry, I missed that. White Lantern Hal Jordan was still a lantern. Phoenix Force is a god. Like, Phoenix Force exists outside of Jean Grey. When Jean Grey dies, Phoenix Force exists still. Like, that's, yeah, no. Yeah, no. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I'm sorry I missed that question, Face. There's no way. There's no way. White Lantern can't stand up to. Okay. Yeah, Phoenix Force is a god across multiple universes. Phoenix Force actually was on trial for destroying entire universes, entire solar system. Sorry. So like, yeah, wasn't there a trial? Isn't that the part of the why the Phoenix Force was locked in that crystal because they couldn't control it and it destroyed like several solar systems, right? White Lantern ain't doing that. It's that whole oh, well there's two arguments. Could Wolverine cut Superman and is Superman stronger than Goku? Which, truth be told, there's obvious answers to that. But I'm not gonna I don't for some reason some people get really upset about that argument, especially the Goku versus Superman one. People get really upset with it, and I think it's wrapped up in a little bit of xenophobia. But like people get really upset about that one. The Wolverine cutting Superman thing is different, but the Goku versus Superman thing is like, yo. God, John Stewart versus Phoenix Force. You know that Stewart got this. I didn't know that. Wait. That sounds familiar though. After he was like an ultraviolet lantern, which ultraviolet. I did know that. I didn't read any. I feel like I've heard that before. I feel like I've heard something like that before. Something about that before. All right, guys. So we're gonna put it to a vote. I wish I could put a poll up. Maybe I should start doing polls on my Instagram. Not even close. Superman. Superman could hang with Goku when he was fighting Raditz. Oui. See, no, I'm sorry. They did. They even did a scientific thing about it too, where Goku has the power also to destroy a solar system, and Superman couldn't push or could reverse time, could like spin Earth backwards, but that's about it. They had a whole like breakdown scientifically of it. They also had a breakdown of because adamantium doesn't melt that way, that Wolverine would be able to cut Superman. That was the other bit. It was basically because of how sharp they are and that the blades are sharpened to the depth of a molecule, the width of a molecule. That's why you would be able to break through. It was a whole like YouTube thing that broke it down. It was really cool. It was really, 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 really cool. But nah. Superman never punched somebody into a planet and made the planet explode. If we're talking about non-Super Saiyan Goku, you might got it. Yeah, you got it then. But you're talking like Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan, yeah. Ultra Instinct Goku. I mean, hell, Superman couldn't beat the Hulk. The Hulk cracked Superman's jaw, and when they had that crossover comic where the Hulk was fighting Superman, and the first thing Hulk did was ran up on Superman and whack out and broke his jaw. And here's the thing, y'all are like, wait a minute. DC and Marvel made those comics together, and they agreed that's what would happen. They were like, no, Hulk gonna crack Superman's jaw wide open. And Superman sitting there just fighting with a lack jaw, like, oh, like he's just, no. Sorry, guys. Sorry. And I know the Hulk couldn't beat Goku. Albeit, you know what's funny, and I'm saying all this like so like matter of factly. The real fight is Hulk versus Goku, not Goku versus Superman. Because Superman has limits, right? The whole idea about the Hulk is that he gets stronger the longer you fight him. And the whole idea about Goku is that he doesn't quit, he gets stronger as you fight him. Those are the two that should go against each other. They've proven time and time again that Superman has limits. He's just one of those people who would die to like save someone or do whatever, whatever. So like, yeah. But and he has died. And so did Goku. But Hulk gets stronger the longer you fight him, and Goku gets stronger the longer you fight him. Goku always reaches new levels, and Hulk just gets stronger, 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 stronger. You can't take him out. So that's the real fight, right? That's who I want to see. And to that point, bullets bounce off Hulk, but Wolverine stabs the hell out of Hulk. Oh, every time they fight, he's just digging in his back. What's up, everyone? How's it going? It's going great, Corey. Long time no see. How you been? I'm trying to provoke people into an argument about this is not even close. They are handling this. This is not even close. I might beat Slash Tower with one Slash member. No, so I'm trying to provoke people into an argument about Superman versus Goku. Wolverine, can he cut Superman? And now, to me, the fight is really Hulk versus Goku. They turned Hulk into a punk too in the Avengers Endgame. I should be more upset about that than I am. So, for those of you just joining, previously on Bleach, using Mayuri, shout out Face, using Mayuri, uh, Kenpachi, and Aizen's B5 are getting me through Slash Trial Tower, where having a Slash team did not. Green Lantern Volume 6. John has a connection with the Source. Use willpower energy without a ring. Absorb energy. Perceive the Source. Survive New God level attack. And here's the thing, too. So that's where the fight would be, is John connected to the Source, right? Like the problem with Goku versus Superman is Goku ascended to a god. Superman never did. He has lots of strength. Superman is more like a Hercules, if that makes sense, a demigod. Goku made it to god level, where he's fighting the destroyer of planets. And that was just when he went, well, Super Saiyan God before he hit Ultra Instinct, right? That is where the argument is. Because there are people within the DC universe that have and can take Superman out that are God level. And Goku made God level, right? So the John Stewart connected to the Source is the fight versus Goku. I would say that. I would agree with, or that's what I would put in. But I haven't read that. I haven't read that Green Lantern volume, but that would make sense. I'm trying to I'm vamping right now because I'm trying to think of other God level like beings. Darkseid doesn't compare. He's not. He's a quote unquote new god, but he's not a god like that. I don't know. Albeit, well, no, he only did it to. He got control of Superman. He didn't necessarily kill him like that, just because he wanted to have a what you call a minion or whatever. But he never killed Superman. He killed Batman, supposedly. But that's the kind of unique god level attacks, ability to alter reality, stuff like that. Guys, personally, I think the guy with the green mask could defeat Goku. The guy with the green mask? Huh? The guy with the green mask. By the way, what's up, Vibe? The guy with the green mask. Who's the guy with the green mask? Sajima there. You mean hold up? Because I think are you talking about that Saiyan that came from the other planet that didn't know what a Saiyan was, and then when he like just spoke to Goku and he was like, "Oh, I just got to do this," and he was like, "Boom, Super Saiyan." He was like, "Oh, wait a minute, y'all different kind of Saiyans on that in that universe. I ain't even know it was like that. Hold up." Are you talking about that one? I will say though, we've said this before. I'll say it again. One Punch Man beats all of them, and we know this. We know this. There's video footage. One Punch Man beats them all. So, yeah, that's just facts. They've said it. One Punch Man beats them. So everybody dies One Punch Man. Superman became Omega King. Now he punched Darkseid through realities. Did he? I need to come back to the comics. I do. I need to come back to the comics. Well, man, right now I'm reading Seven Deadly Sins. Well, rewatching Seven Deadly Sins and then reading it. And then I still have to go back to IDW Ninja Turtles. I might have to take a break from gaming in terms of like evening gaming and go back to reading a little bit because my eyes have been getting tired. But yeah. Two, four, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. The hut? Okay. I hate you. Is that who you're referring to? Oh man, that's hilarious. Mr. Mighty Mask? Oh, the Goku and Goten thing. No, so okay, Superman got Omega King now. He punched, but here's the thing, no. But here's okay. He punched Darkseid through reality. I need to, okay. And actually, I did find a site where I could get like some comics. Let me do. Where is that? Where is that Omega King super? Here's the other thing about that too. Unless we're talking about Injustice Superman, Superman ain't really about that life. Like if we're talking Injustice Superman, I would have more faith that he would go the necessary distance. But like every other vibe, chill out. Hold up, I gotta check out. Let me make sure I know what I'm talking about. Every other Superman, every other reality Superman, I think. Yeah, but she was whooping him now. But no, every other she was a problem. Every other Superman, I don't think goes that far. And the problem when it comes to Goku is that Goku doesn't know when too far is too far. Does that make sense? Like Goku has almost cost like several universes their universe just because he wants to keep fighting, and he's too stupid to realize, yo, if you will you stop because you're about to kill about 10 billion people. Chill out. You making him mad. You're gonna be okay. 17 planets are gonna die. Will you chill the hell out? That's Goku. He's not smart enough to realize that he might murder entire civilizations. Superman is very aware of that. Except for Injustice Superman, who was like, Joker, I'm gonna punch you through your chest, and I'm gonna grab a yellow lantern ring and be a god. Like I think That's part of the reason why. What's up, Shogun? You came right in time for a good conversation about who would be ruler of the universe, and that nobody's going to be able to agree upon. Except we all agree One Punch Man. One Punch Man rules all. Oh, you've been lurking, okay. But I think we all agree One Punch Man rules all. Of course, he's not included in this conversation. Um, Actually, and here's okay. Here's here's where the argument is. Some of the argument is for me. Goku's too dumb to know that he's gonna get a bunch of people murdered. So he would keep going in a fight and just try to keep reaching new levels because he's like, we're just fighting, right? It's just fun. He's such a dumbass. That Superman would, if we're outside of the injustice alternate reality, he would stop at a certain point because he's not willing to punch a person through a planet and make the planet explode. Goku would because he's just injustice. Superman would. All right, slide that to the side. Hulk is a rage monster who just wants to be left alone. So at certain points, you do see him get like conscious of like, hey, as Hulk, I should stop. But then rage overtakes him. So not long sword, great sword for Escanor. Yeah. I use him with Gila as well. There's gonna be 3 videos on Escanor that gets released today, 5 p.m. Swiss time. That's what I was doing this morning, editing those videos up. But you were there. I think you were there when I was recording that stuff. And I do love the green sword. The great sword for him. It's just that it makes him more offensive base. And I figured out that now I want Escanor with the axe to be a support character. Superman Prime would rule. Superman Prime is that clone one, right? The one that's like a dark side version of Superman. But Hulk would not stop. One Punch Man one punch. Daisy, Manny. Okay, cool. I still need to work on my Daisy a little bit more though. I really switched over and started focusing on Escanor a lot. And now oh shoot. Speaking of the next stream, I gotta go to a Media Markt. I need to do that when I leave here. When I stop streaming, I gotta go do that. Cause I need to go get yo, dog. I need to go do that get that HDMI card so I can bring my PlayStation into this room. But yeah, so I need to work more on Daisy. I've switched all my resources over to Escanor. I've got him like okay right now. Then I'm putting some more resources into Jericho because that burst gauge damage with I'm literally running Escanor as support right now with his axe. He's there for heals and some damage. That's it. And then I still use Meliodas and Jericho as primary damage dealers. Or sub DPS and then DPS. The best comic mobile game? I'm assuming you mean American comics like DC, blah, blah, blah. I still play Marvel Strike Force, but that's more habit than enjoyment at this point. I don't know that there are any good ones. Sad as it is, if you don't play DC Worlds Collide, just don't get invested. Because it's gonna break your heart. So don't like put any money in investment or whatever. It's just a good like I'm a blah, 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 around with this game until you eventually get bored and move on. Marvel Strike Force is still good to me, but it's not as exciting as it used to be. But I'm a few years in. I've really gravitated towards Bleach Soul Resonance. It has its flaws, but I like that. What's Marvel Strike Force? Jesus, Hakeem, you must be joking. You don't know Marvel Strike Force? You serious right now? You must be. Okay, you pulling my leg. And then I'm loving Seven Deadly Sins right now. You cannot run that thing on your phone. It is the reason why I'm going to get an HDMI card, because when I play that on my phone for longer than, I don't know, 30 minutes, my phone feels like it could cook eggs. It is burning hot. So, mm, are you meaning strictly like DC Marvel IP, or are you talking about like manga? You never played that game? I don't know. It's a, oh no. Damn, I thought they advertised to everybody. I thought for sure you would have at least touched base with it. Then again, I think you're more manga than American comics, right? Hakeem? You're more into like anime and manga as opposed to like DC and Marvel, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so Superman Prime. Yep, neurodivergence. It's amazing. I'm still thinking on the Superman Prime thing. If he would be, I guess. I guess. I just still don't see them beating. And now I'm about to bring in other things, like a Galactus, right? Or Omicron from Transformers. But Omicron was just a planet eater. He really wasn't. No, okay. I'm gonna remove that. He was just a planet eater. So no, I rebuke that. That is not allowed. I still don't. Maybe this is me. I still don't see anybody really checking out Goku, unless it's somebody who's absolutely ruthless and does not care about destroying a universe, because he's too stupid to care about destroying a universe. So it requires a person either that dumb or that ruthless. That's the problem. And it's hard for me to say a lot of characters from Marvel because you see them get their butts kicked by other people all the time. Yeah, manga is more my thing, you're right. But I have played a few Marvel games before, but never Strike Force. Strike Force is fun, but it's a typical collector RPG game with not a gotcha system, but a system that is. Like you're gonna get fragments of a character. You collect a certain number, then you can unlock the character. Then you collect more fragments to level them up. Is that style? Uh, which is a lot less gotcha in that sense. But then it can still dig into your pockets. And I will say this: it is a fun journey. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. But well, I guess at this point, because I'm in game in that one, I'm like the content isn't a lot. However, that's wrong. If you are just starting out and you play Marvel Strike Force, there is so much for you to do and learn. It is it is insane. It is insane. How long does it take to collect those fragments though to get the character? It depends on who you're going for and what you're going for. If they're new characters, then it's gonna be quicker. Older characters, you're going through different like missions and stuff. Then you can harp in on certain missions and gather the fragments to get the characters up. However, you want to be careful how deep you go into like the characters that are old, which are the ones that are usually on the lower levels, because they're not going to be useful past a certain level. And then past that level, you have your other characters that are going to be newer. But if they've already made it to those nodes where you can farm them, then they're already like 6 months in, maybe 4 months in. So you've already got like five more teams that are already better. Don't touch Marvel Future Revolution. That game was a dumpster fire. Man, I hated that game. It took so much money. It was so grindy. Like even putting money in, it was grindy. That's why the game didn't last longer than a year, and Netmarble came out and apologized for it. I was doing content for that game. It lasted all of 2 months because I was like, "Oh, y'all are just trying to steal money from me." You're just thinking like, "Oh, do you guys like Marvel? Let's run their pockets." That was Marvel Rivals. Although I don't know that Marvel Rivals is mobile. I think that's PS5, if I'm not mistaken. Additionally, but not mobile. Have you guys seen the trailer for the Wolverine game that's coming out this fall? It was a straight money grab. Although a lot of them are, it's just to what degree? Everybody's trying to make money, right? Have you guys seen the Wolverine trailer for the Wolverine game? Bruh. Me and the homie Stevie have been watching that since last year. So good. That I can't wait for. That game I cannot wait for. I'm trying to think of other like comic IP. Oh, actually, Hakeem, if you're more into the manga stuff, Kaiju number 8 was a pretty fun game that stayed with season 2, not that bad. Dragon Ball Legends, that was the fighting game, right? That you held like in portrait style. That was fun. That was fun, but that was like Marvel Contest of Champions to me, where it is like, if that's the one, if that's the one I'm thinking of, where it's like it's fun, it's just limited mechanics and stuff, and I'm like, I'm done with this. You know what I mean? Like I played it for a couple months, and I was like, okay, cool, it was fun, but I'm done, kind of thing. Same thing with Marvel Contest of Champions. Well, no, Marvel Contest of Champions I played for a couple years actually before I got to DC Legends and then eventually Marvel Strike Force. Well, DC Legends for like 4 or 5 years. That was the thing that made me into a YouTuber, and then Marvel Strike Force. Oh yeah, it does get Kaiju number 8 is very much a I got a couple months, I'm gonna play this, I'm done. It's not like I'm gonna play this, play this, play this, play this, play this. It's like, oh, that's why I can say like that game was fun. I played it for a little bit. I tried to make content for it, and I immediately saw like, oh no, this isn't gonna last. And then I was like, okay, let me go ahead and just pivot. Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and just pivot. But the game was fun. It was fun, but it was here for a good time, not a long time. Put it that way. I'm trying to think. If you liked Marvel Future Revolution, then it sounds like you like building up single characters to go into a world to fight. Which, I mean, I would recommend Seven Deadly Sins for that. Although it's a team of 4, but then you're going to PvE content, and it can get grindy. If the Future Revolution was so money hungry, they could have. Truth Teller, your name is suiting you well right now. Lots to do, lots of gear sets, activities were fun, but yeah, it was predatory. Like there was so much potential in that game. They just had to pull it back, like, well, 75%. If they had pulled back on the like predatory nature of them trying to get money, they would have made so much money. They would have made so much money, but it was basically like, yo, we know nerds are gonna pay this much for Iron Man, and it's like, no, bro, we got a lot of games out here we can play. You are not gonna try to force me into spending $200 a month on a gear set. Kiss my tuchus. But no, it had a lot. It could have been so much fun. It could have been so much fun. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I had never seen a game collapse that fast. Like DC Worlds Collide is doing their damnedest to try to beat that record, but they weren't that egregious. They're just lazy. Future Revolution was like, no, we want your money if you want any of this. Period. And it was like, bruh. Man, it could have been good. It could have been really, 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 really good. Anyway. I'm still trying to think of something for Big Sweet that's like Marvel. There's a lot of people who say, what was it, DC Dark Reign? That was a game people were trying to get me on to like 2 years ago when DC Collides fell. I have not looked at it, to be quite frank. And then there was Marvel Mystic Mayhem apparently died too. Just it went the same way as DC Worlds Collide, so not recommending that. But I heard a bunch of people like bailed out on that one. Why do I know all these things? This is actually concerning me. I think that's it. That I can think of at the top of my head. I have to do some research. Off the top of my head, that's the only ones I can think of. Black Clover Mobile was even more. I didn't even know they made it. If you tried it, but the game didn't survive for long. They shut it down last. I didn't even know they had a Black Clover game. To be real with you, I had no idea. Well, And here's the thing, though, too, and I like Black Clover a lot. Is that IP strong enough to have a predatory game? I could see the thought process behind Marvel. I can see it. It was stupid. I can see it. City of Heroes was awesome. Big shout out, Big Sweet. That game was. I might download that. No, I got enough games to play. That game was awesome. That's like 20 years ago. Wasn't I in high school when City of Heroes first came out? That game has to be like 25 years ago. It was Crunchyroll. You know what? You know what? You know what I've learned? I'm not gonna get any games from Crunchyroll. They are strictly like, oh yeah, you can put our game on here. Where that cash at? Go ahead and hand me them checks. Oh, your server doesn't work? We don't care. Give me this monies. Your North American servers are gonna ensure that you have 4 hours delay whenever you're trying to update a game. Bleach. That's fine. Where that cash at? Clearly. I feel like this Bleach game would have died if they had done strictly Crunchyroll. But hey, Lil Wayne song. If you catch my girl, you better smash that. Don't be surprised if she asks where that cash at. They want the monies. Anyway. City of Heroes. Damn, I forgot City of Heroes. Oh my god, that took me back. If it's the City of Heroes if we're talking about the same one. Oh, never played it, still haven't played it. Have it downloaded, I might have uninstalled it. I still wanted to play Solo Leveling Arise. I'm really about to beat this trial tower with one slash character. For those of you just joining, I'm playing Bleach Soul Resonance. We're doing trial tower slash where any character, we're on floor 24 right now, any character that is not a slash damage character has their damage reduced by 85%. I was stuck on floor 18 using 3 slash characters. They were Kitsuke, Kenpachi, Byakuya. Face has recommended that I do my Yuri, Thrust character, Aizen, Spirit character, to be fair, B5, and Kenpachi. I have gone now from floor 18 to floor 24. All right. Black Clover actually had 2 mobile games, both hero collectors, both unfortunately failed because they became predatory. The banners were expensive and way too quick. My Hero Academia was the most heartbreaking one that got shut down. They had a My Hero. I'm a fight. They had a My Hero Academia one. I just downloaded the not just maybe a month ago. The PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 fighter games or whatever for My Hero Academia. Just because I don't know if the servers or what. I just wanted to play the fighting thing. The PvP was good as well. No dupes. PvP 1v1. Like some Tekken 8. It was so good. Damn. Which one? Oh, City of Heroes. No, I'm good. Honestly, I don't need. I have too many games right now, and I say too many to be real. Like, but so this morning I was working on all the Seven Deadly Sins content that's going to be put out today at 5 p.m. Swiss time. I'm putting out 3. They're already scheduled to be released. 3 Seven Deadly Sins videos, all centered around Escanor. I wanted to do a Bleach video once this is done about the events and the things I talked about in terms of like skipping Creepy Dude. So I'll still do that, and that'll probably be released tomorrow. And then tonight, I'm going to be spending my time talking to AI, going over the videos I want to do for Elaine. And I've already done Manny for Elaine. So, and I think I'll film those tomorrow. Was MHA game called Strongest Hero. I think I actually played that one. Damn. Why they be doing that? You guys will get money if you're not so greedy. I promise you, if you make a good game, people will pay for it. Seriously. Damn. Damn. And you would think, after seeing successful IPs put out games that are predatory and fail, that others would look at them and be like, oh, let's not do that. Like, where's your research at? Seriously. Just be like, oh no, you know what? We saw what they did, and they lasted 6 months. How about we don't do that thing? Okay, well let's check our research and our data. Let's see all the games that failed, and let's see what they have in common. All right, 60% of them have this in common. 75% have this in common, and 80% have this in common. Let's not do that, and that. What do the successful ones do? Let's do this one, this one, this one, this one. I remember that one. It was fun. Had All Might and in-depth. Man. To this day, I genuinely believe it's still top 5 best gacha game since 20. So then, if it was so then why did it get shut down? Because it was predatory. Is that the thing? Because it was just demanding too much money of people, or was it just people? It wasn't like popping enough for them to keep the servers up. Don't be surprised if you ask what I got. Damn. Because My Hero Academia, I was talking to I went out Saturday. I met a friend. We were talking about anime, and we were talking about My Hero Academia. She ends up being a huge anime fan, right? Damn. You know what's really funny? I need to rewind. Because funnily enough, I remembered Saturday, and then that just made me completely forget my train of thought. It was a fun Saturday. Anyway, we'll move on to another topic. Damn, that made me forget my whole train of thought. I've been going through 3 conversations in my head talking about who would be the strongest in the universe, molding universes, gotcha games that are craptastic, and trying to think of a DC Marvel IP game for Big Sweet. And I think one time on Saturday and lose my entire damn train of thought. I gotta quit. Licensing and partnership issues. Oh, so like Bleach. Great. Damn. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Oh wait, are we gonna get stopped here? Oh wait, never mind. I sorry I ever doubted you, Kenpachi. My bad. I thought we had 25 seconds left, not 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Oh jeez. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But Bleach is still going strong though, right? Last time I checked, every time I turn around, they have a new number about how many millions of people have downloaded the game. So hopefully the licensing and partnership issues don't. I guess it's kind of hard for. Well, never mind. We've already said. I was gonna say. I guess it's hard for them to turn down the money, but and maybe just let things live. But apparently they've shown that that's not too important. However, at the same time, them putting out the SR Plus Grimjow. If we don't get you with Creepy Dude, we're gonna get you with SR Plus Grimjow. They got me with Grimjow, so what can I say? I can be harsh and judgmental of it all I want to, but if you ask them, they made the right decision. Damn it. Because there are those who will not pass up on Creepy Dude because of how much they love him. Or not love him, but because of how powerful he is, they will not pass up on him. So they were right to say he should be released. And then there are those like me who will avoid Creepy Dude, but because Grimjow is there, I am going to go get Grimjow. So they were right. Yeah. So basically, if I'm gonna, devil's advocate isn't the word I'm looking for, and I'm not trying to rage bait, but given that revenue is going up, the decisions that they have assisted the development team in China in making this game, they could say that they are right. Yeah, see, you actually love Creepy Dude, so they were right. The Chinese developers did not want to release him. They thought that he wasn't going to be a popular character, etc., etc. The player base, some like me, boycott him or skip him because we don't want him. But Grimjow's there, so we're feeding our resources into him. And then there are some who like the damage and the gameplay and what he does, and so they get him anyway, and they end up loving him because of how strong he is. So the Japanese company was right, theoretically, as much as we hate it. They can turn around and look at that company and be like, see, we told you. We have one more month of revenue going up. Yeah, but guess what? Because of the interference, they did exactly what the company told them. They are, because you just said you love Creepy Dude. So they were right. And I'm not just saying that to you. Just had a whole thing with Sonny saying the same thing. There's so many people in there who are, and hey, and it works on my side too. This isn't just you. This isn't just you. This is me being basically toyed with as well. So it is, hey, we put out Creepy Dude. Doesn't matter who we put out. Make the character strong, and the fan base, the gaming community centered around this, they're gonna put money and invest into him. They're gonna put resources, all that stuff. Because if you like him as free to play, plenty of people are spending money on it. Okay, cool. But also, since we know that this guy is the problem and that some people won't go for him, SR Plus, Grimjow. Oh, they got me there. Because I was upset, and you heard the video. I was upset about him being SR. They make him SR Plus. Ooh, they added a plus sign. And now I'm dumping all my resources into him, already preparing myself to spend money for Pantera Grimjow, which Pantera Grimjow upsets me. But I'm going to go get him. So, in the end, if that was their advice on what to do and how to release the characters, they could look at you and be like, the way you were going to release the characters in that order is wrong. We were right. This is how we draw things out. This is how we get the most money out of the community while keeping them happy, keeping the gameplay up, but getting their money. They were right. Because I'm skipping, I want to say boycott, but I'm not boycotting. I'm skipping Creepy Dude. But I'm already sitting here like about to go over my gaming budget because I have Grimjar SR Plus. I'm probably going to be short on resources. And then I want Pantera Grimjow, so I'm going to reach into my pocket. They were right. That wouldn't have been necessary, actually, funnily enough, if they released SSR Pantera and just that, or SSR Grimjow and just him. Me having to get money would not have been necessary because I would have had enough resources just to get SSR Grimjow and been done with it. They split him up. Yeah, actually, now think about it. I had the resources to do all this stuff with Grimjow without reaching into my pocket right now. I have all the resources to do that. But now Eisen is out there, cool. The Grimjow is gonna be out there. I'm splitting my stuff up to do both. Pulling for one, dumping my resources to build the character in the other. And then I'm gonna be out of resources by the time Pantera Grimjow comes around. And I want them bad enough to spend money on it. Some people don't. A lot of people don't. Some people do. They win. So as much as I make fun of you for it, they got me too. You love your done because it came early. You about to B6 them, yep. As I'm saying, yeah. So we're saying the same. Like they got everybody. And based on all of that, they can look at you and be like, see. Your revenue went up this month, and it's going to go up next month when Pantera Grimjow comes out. We were right. Listen to us. Release them when we say. We are Bleach fans. We will get the characters regardless most of the time, but that still doesn't make it right. Whether It is right. They were right in their business practices. They got what they wanted out of us. Money. I got both, but to be fair, I had saved up crystals and only got one copy. I don't hunt for dupes unless I like the character. No, true. No, true. Tell her that's straight up. Like I had the resources saved up for the next whatever I want to go get, which is why I have a B5 Eisen, which I had a B4 Eisen yesterday. Didn't have to reach into my wallet to go get him. But because I wanted Eisen so bad and I want to have him B6 so bad, which I'm sure I'm not the only one in that. There's some people who are like, I want B4 Eisen so bad or whatever. Okay, cool. We wanted him. They know the character that we want. They put him out there as re-release. Go get it. They just did a re-release of Eisen, 2 months ago? And still people are going back at him because they know that's the one people are pulling for. So they got us. And no matter how... All right, now, Spike, we'll holler at you. They got us. They got us. So the next time, because of us, the next time the developers say, like, no, we don't want to release this character now, we want to release this character now, they can look back and be like, remember what we said about Eisen versus Geen? Remember what we said about Grimjow versus Creepy Dude versus SR Plus Grimjow versus Pantera Grimjow? Listen to us. Yeah, same truth tell. I'm still 20k Jade after summoning Creepy Dude, and my Eisen's already maxed out. If you do all the events, whoa. Oh, overheating. Why are you overheating? You should not be overheating. I think, uh-oh. Yep. All right, give me a second. Not you. Because I do still need to record that video. So what I'm going to do right now is basically put my phone on ice. Let's see. Put my phone on ice for a minute. Let it cool down. I'll come back and record the video. And then I'll have to sign off and I will go to the electronics store. It's not even 7 deadly sins hot. Chill out, bruh. Chill out. It's not even 7 deadly sins hot. Actually, and here's a funny question for you too. Is it... Wait. Ooh, should I try it? We'll give it a shot. I don't know if it works. Let's see if it works. Because I had this up before. If you do all the events every week, you will have lots of... Oh, no, you will. You will. And maybe I won't have to reach into my wallet for Pantera Grimjow. Maybe not. I mean, I didn't have to do it for this whole Eisen B5, and I don't think I'll have to do it for B6. However, it's not that will I have to or will I want blah, blah, blah. I will be willing to. And so all I need is like just a couple of bad breaks on some games or on some pulls. And next thing you know, I want it. So I get it. Because I'm willing to. Many people are willing to be like, I'm not spending that money, which is probably the smarter thing. Many people are willing to be like, I'm not spending that money. But I'm like, no, I don't have to go out to dinner. I don't have to go out to lunch. I don't have to go get drinks with friends. So if I spend $16 on a game, $20 on a game, it's the same as me going to McDonald's in Switzerland. McDonald's is expensive as hell. It's the same as me going to McDonald's, or it's the same as me going to get a couple beers with friends. So then I just won't do that. This is my entertainment budget. And then by the end of it all, if 100,000 people say they're going to spend $20, there you go. Don't need everybody to do it, just enough people to keep the lights on and pockets thick. All right, so let's see if the Google Play... Actually, you know what? The Google Play Games thing was a problem but it was only a problem because DC Worlds Collide refused to update their code, and that's why I couldn't be put on like LD Player or BlueStacks and stuff. So it wasn't hella expensive though, for sure. One of the most expensive. Yeah, 100%. Which is why when it comes down to like, yo, I'm going to France. Yo, I'm going to Germany, and we finna ball out, dog. Why? Because dinner here costs $20, whereas dinner in Switzerland for two people costs $150. Like a friend, a friend of mine. Like, okay, so, and this is not to. Okay, I got to confirm the download and everything. A friend of mine, and this is not like a braggadocious thing, but Hakeem knows because he lives in France and he's visited Switzerland. Okay. So this is not to brag. This is to explain how expensive Switzerland is, folks. Basically, I work in banking, right? And so a friend of mine, while I like my business collapsed, I had to start working at a hospital here in Switzerland. Met one of my closest friends, Kat, and then was able to get another job like a couple years later back in banking, right? Cool. Cool. So what ends up happening is she's still working. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say where she was working, but in the medical field. Let's just put it that way. All right, bet. She's working in the medical field. We go out to a Japanese restaurant, okay? Already, I'm telling her because, and this is just, you're my friend. I would prefer you to come out with me and eat. And then, like, her boyfriend went to have drinks with his friends. And it was like, okay, well, you come with me. We're going to go get some food. Nice meal and everything. And I got it. Don't say a word about it, right? Because I would rather spend a little bit of extra money to hang out with my friend than to, like, go eat alone. What's the point? Or to go eat with some snobby-ass bankers. I'm not doing that either. So, all right, cool. We finna go do that. All right, check. Now, she tells me that she's never had sake before. And I was like, you've never had sake before? She was like, because she hadn't had like that. Like, no. I was like, word. Okay, we're getting sake. We get the waiter over, and I know the manager there. She's really, really sweet, really, really nice. And the waiter there too, who actually ended up having to move back to Thailand. And we're like, okay, so we want sake, but we want like the good sake. Like, I'm not saying be crazy, but I don't want like the cheap stuff, like the really, really cheap stuff. All right, cool. It's all good. Okay, so, and this is just to illustrate how expensive it is. I've taken my daughter to this place for lunch, like a lunch menu, and it costs, like, just me and the 8-year-old at the time eating, cost $70. She didn't get anything fancy. We got 2 rice bowls, basically. We got 2 dons, right? Nothing crazy, $70. Dinner, by that point, and I already had the like math in my head because I know how she was gonna feel about it, and I'm shutting it down because she doesn't like this. I was like, look, don't worry about it. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Now, also bear in mind, this is not like an expensive restaurant. This is a regular this is where people go to eat restaurant. People go to this place on their lunch break kind of restaurant. This is not like, oh, I'm about to propose to my girlfriend in this. It's not like that. That's nice. It ain't like that. The place where it's like, oh, I'm proposing to my fiance, they have 2 restaurants. Is this place, the regular one, and then they have the expensive place on the other side of the wall. They're in the same building. That's where you go propose to your fiance. I've never been in that side of the restaurant, right? I've never been over there. So already our bill with like just the meal, a couple appetizers and food, we're already at like touching $150. We do the sake thing, have a few, and we try different ones or whatever, having a good time. It gets to the end of it, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna pay my half. I was like, no, you're not. She was like, yeah, no, it's okay. I'll pay. No, I want to pay my half. I was like, no, you're not. And she was like, yeah, and I was like, I'm paying for this meal because I invited you. It's expensive. And she was like, no. And then I slid over. I was like, okay, fine, hold up. Come here, Nat. Natalie is the manager. I was like, hey, here, you see that? And she was just like, okay. And she had to sit back. The entire country, just base level stuff is so expensive. I tell this to my sister all the time. The McDonald's here. When I take my daughter to McDonald's, that's 40 to 50 bucks. Lunchtime McDonald's. Easy. Easily. If you ever want to know how expensive, and I'd say this to my homie Stuart, everybody, go to a McDonald's website. Go to like McDonald's.ch, McDonald's Switzerland, right? Go look at the menu. My friend Stuart, he came to visit me in Switzerland a decade ago, like a long time ago, probably a decade and a half ago now. And he was like, oh, well, I saved up. And I was like, Stuart, you're going to need to understand something. Our salaries match how expensive this place is. So you thought that I was making a lot of money. I'm really, really not. It's just that my salary matches like what it takes. Oh, don't even Uber Eats. Anyway, my salary matches what it is. Okay. So you're going to have to understand that I'm paying for you while you're here, and I'm okay with that. You're my best friend. I want that. He was like, no, man, I've been saving and everything else. And da-da-da. I was like, Stuart, shut up. Okay, fine. He gets off the plane. I immediately go straight to the McDonald's in the airport. I was like, see the menu? He was like, oh, okay, we're going to go to the grocery store. I was like, you think the grocery store cheaper? That's funny. You think the grocery store cheaper? Okay. You're going to pay $8 for 250 grams of chicken. Sure, it's cheaper. Sure. Knock yourself out. Sure. It is not. Like Uber Eats is. Okay, idea. I don't know. Maybe we have some Americans in here, maybe not. If you know Popeye's chicken, right? Just to take it away from McDonald's. Popeye's chicken, if I get that from Uber Eats, chicken sandwich, fries, and a drink, and get that delivered to my home, that's like 35 because like the sandwich itself is like 10 to 11 depending. Then you have the fries, which are like 6 to 7, the drink they give you for free, and then you have like the $7 fee and the other. What is this? I don't need any of this animation. Are they about to like make me go through the game again? If y'all don't stop. If y'all don't stop. What just happened? Food is good. Skip all this. A terrifying unseen. What in the world? Are they making me start the game over? I'm supposed to be logged in via my. In euros, yeah. It's about 60 euros for like a normal, just like takeaway thing, yeah. Because I think that's still like 50 Swiss francs, right? That's the conversion. What are you doing? Exit game. Exit game. Yeah, of course I don't want that. I want my. And it's even like laggy. Maybe I should turn my phone back on. You got logged out. You're going to have to log into the account again, yeah. And it was really laggy though, right? Or is it just me? It was really laggy. I think I know why I got logged out though. So let's just pull it all back. But by this point, I can probably turn on my phone and it won't be melting things. But yeah, Switzerland is not cheap. People do not, and we are very, very, very aware of it. Which is why, unless you like really, really have one of those kinds of jobs or that kind of money, you wait. You go to Italy and eat out. You go to Germany and eat out. You don't eat out here, not often. For some reason, you go, yeah. Like it's not that kind of place. It is not that kind of place. This is moving so slowly. Let me just try turning my phone back on. This is not working. And then I'm gonna try to record this video and be done with it. Switzerland is very fun though, especially if you want to go skiing and stuff. Well, that's the other part of it too. Um, that's the other part of it too. That's funny is that I don't ski. I think I told you that before. I don't ski. I don't do any of those activities because one, why would I do that? Two, it's expensive. Um, Zurich can be fun and really nice to go. Okay, here's the problem. I've lived here for the entire, like for my 18 years. Zurich has been like the center of my life in one way or another. Either I worked here or lived here. So like, I'm turning into the guy who was like, oh well, no, it's fine. No, it is really, really nice. Like I have a homegirl in Geneva who's like trying to come to Zurich because Geneva can be like Geneva's like a small town basically, so it can be less than exciting, and you're seeing the same things over and over and over again. It's kind of how Zurich feels right now, to me at least. So like I get her wanting to come over because Zurich does have more to do than Geneva. So I get it. I get it. Zurich can be fun, but then like you can have a. I like Italy. Have fun in Italy. At least the food is good. And well, Berlin. I have fun in Berlin. Constance isn't bad, but that's just because it's cheap and next to Switzerland. Um, but now I have fun in like, hey, what are you? My phone is acting a fool right now. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get it back. This Bleach thing, it still hasn't even left yet. Are you guys? Is it that bad? Hey, Google Play Games. What are you doing? Don't play games with me. Maybe I should figure that out though. And to be fair as well, now that the weather's nice and everything else, I gotta be sweet to. Do I call Switzerland my city? I don't know. I gotta be sweet to my city. It is nice. Okay, cool. So now we're back connected, ish. All right. So I guess before my phone melts, let's go ahead and do the video, and then I'm gonna go get. Yeah, I'm gonna go get that HDMI card. All right, so I will be back in just a second. I've heard most citizens go to Austria to ski or snowboard instead of Switzerland because of the prices. 100%. 100%. It's expensive to everybody. It's not just expensive to those people outside of it. It's expensive to everybody. Once you figure that's the plus side about Switzerland being small and in the center of Europe, everything around, right? I can be in Paris in 4 hours via train. I can be in Italy 3 hours via train. I can be in Germany in 1 hour. I can be in Austria 1.5 hours where I'm from. So like, or where I'm at right now in my location. So the idea of I'm gonna spend X amount of money to do the skiing here, unless you got money like that, I'm going to Austria. What are you talking about? There was this. I think I told you this. I might have said this on the stream already. I used to go to like when I was single and working, like in my 20s, late 20s, more early 30s, right? It was basically I got sick of going out in Zurich because one, it's expensive, and two, it's just the same stuff for me because I was always going out here. It was cheaper for me. I've said this. I've never said this to you. It was cheaper for me to buy a plane ticket to Berlin. That's why I went to Berlin. Like in a 2-year span, I went to Berlin like 15 times. It was cheaper for me to buy a plane ticket to Berlin, go out in Berlin, stay at a friend's house, come back to Zurich, and then go to work on Monday. Like I would leave on Friday, go there for 2 nights, have fun, have drinks or whatever, come back. And that was cheaper for 2 nights than me going out for 1 night in Zurich. And not even close. Not like, oh, I'm only saving 10, but no, like cheaper. Anyway, all right, so what we're going to try to do here is me explain why I don't want creepy dude. All right. All right, start recording. Coming in 3, 2, straight to the point. I don't want creepy dude. I'm not pulling for creepy dude unless like by some miracle something happens with me pulling Aizen. I am pulling for Aizen. Okay? Additionally, my resources that I would be saving for Aizen, or saving for the next character, I am putting into Grimjow SR Plus. This is probably a biased take. In fact, I'm sure it is. Let's get to the video. All right, so coming back in 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Grab here, and this is a Bleach Soul Resonance video. In this video, I'm gonna give you, this is like a quick overview of how I'm approaching what's been going on the last week, based on evaluations. Now, the first thing I will say is that a lot of people have told me that, and I call him Creepy Dude just because I don't want to try to pronounce his whole name, and then I don't want to call him SZA because there is an artist named SZA that I actually love, and I don't want to equate him to. He's Creepy Dude, he's Gross Dude, he's Weird Dude, so we just stick with Creepy Dude, right? I'm not pulling for him basically because I don't see the point, and it's a character I do not like. I do not like him from the anime series. From what I've heard of him in the anime, in the manga, which I haven't read the manga, I really wouldn't like him. So he can miss me. Now, I do have several people in my chat, by several, a couple, who are big fans of what he does, especially the fact that he can really boost your spirit team and do that while not being on the field, which is very, it's a big benefit, especially if your spirit team has Aizen on it. Aizen, who demands being on the field all the damn time. You want somebody whose passives or whose ultimate works where they don't need to be on the field in order to boost the power of the overall team. So to be fair to what they were saying, he's been huge for their teams and how he works. I don't like the character himself, but then on top of it, I don't see the need for getting a character that I do not like when I have the opportunity to get Aizen. Now, let's be frank. I am a little bit spoiled here because I do have Aizen B4, and that was an investment I made when he first came out. I have enough to pull more of him right now, quite honestly, and I really want to do that now. I'll probably do that in a second. The idea behind the reason why I wouldn't do it, and I was making the argument on stream that it was based on him and him being the creepy dude and. However, it's kind of that, as I'm basically rage baiting the people on my stream just to make them upset that I genuinely don't want this character. But on top of it, there were going to be few characters that were going to get me to not pull for Aizen in the first place, especially with Grimjow SR Plus. Why is that? Typically, what I will do is, and I have put money into the game, so don't think that this is all free to play. Also, do not think that you need to spend money to make this game work. I'm a content creator. It's different when I spend money on a game. That's a tax write-off. You're not missing out on anything. Stick with your strategy. Basically, what I'm thinking is, what I typically do is, SR character comes out, I pull for SR character, I pull for core stamp, I pull for weapon stamp. Then I take those resources I've saved for those last 3 weeks and I put them into leveling up that character to level 100. Now, recently, What's up, Vance? Recently, what I've done is started putting investments in SR characters, not just SSR characters, because I do want to make the content for those characters in order to give like more guides for people who are like, I'm new to the game, I'm free to play. Should I put any resources in the chat? Quick answer, no. Also, don't do it for Ikaku. But that's where my path has gone. However, I still do have the resources to basically put them into a new SSR, right? So the idea is that if I have the resources to the side and I'm only pulling for an Eisen that I already have level 100, then I should have a wealth of resources to the side that I would have prepared for the next SSR, which, true, that would go. But that's not going for me now because of a bias. Grimjow is one of my favorite characters in Bleach ever. So, despite the fact that I hate what they did, and I've gone on the stream about complaining about it, I've done a video about it in terms of him being an SR plus and then having some BS Pantera SSR come out and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get into it now because I've talked about it for literally hours. He does seem strong. However, the thing that really, really made me go for him is that he would help complete my strike team in a sense that I could replace Nemu with him and then run Soifon, Yaruichi, and then Grimjow, which also means I get to run that full team, have fun watching, playing with him, and. So the resources that I would have saved up for an SSR, because I'm not pulling for this most recent one, Creepy Dude, I can now devote to the SR plus Grimjow. That puts me in a weird situation. So Pantera SSR Grimjow supposedly is coming out after Creepy Dude. Yes, I am going to stick with calling him Creepy Dude. So my thought process was, and if I'm being fair, it's not just him. Eisen is the one I'm pulling for. If I get him to B6, I'm saving the rest of my Jade until I can get to Pantera Grimjow. There were going to be precious few characters that could have come out with him at the same time that would have made me have chosen that character over Eisen. So for example, if Mayuri, all right, Mayuri, Soifon, just based on how much value I place on Eisen, if they were the ones who were new SSRs coming into the game now and Eisen was available on re-release, I would have leaned towards going B6 with him. Now, I do know, like with Mayuri, there was that situation there. I still went at Mayuri for the poisons and for the content creation, honestly, because I need to make a video for him. I've since kind of changed that, if I'm being frank, and I would rather have my B6 Eisen maybe pull for Creepy Dude for a day or two just to see my luck, but then basically take a week and a half to save up my Jade and then go for Pantera Grimjow. If I we won't say that part. Now, the resources that I would save up for that Grimjow, I'm going to have to stack again. And I'm okay with that. I'm almost done building him up. So, it was going to be like what, Kenpachi, just because I love the character. And like I said, this is a biased opinion, except for the fact of I do believe Eisen is a monster in this game. He's an absolute god. But on top of it, Kenpachi, Nell, maybe Yaruichi as characters that I really, really like in the anime, not having any, trying to remove the idea of what their kits do, would have been the ones that would have had me like, I have a decision to make. This is difficult for me. This scenario right now is not difficult for me at all, and I know people will disagree, and that's cool. Y'all can disagree. In fact, disagree with me in the comment section. Disagree with me all you want. You won't change my mind. I'm still going to only pull for Eisen and invest in Grimjow. Plenty of people on stream have told me that's a waste, but to me, first priority in the game is to have fun. And I'm going to have more fun with Grimjow and a B6 Eisen than I would having Creepy Dude on my squad. That's just, I mean, I can't say facts, that's my opinion, but facts. So, from my perspective, SR plus Grimjow, who is, by the way, I have not fully unlocked his passives yet. His stats, his weapon is not above level 80. His stats, his power is already at 37k. By comparison, Sanjin, who, to be fair, I'll just give him the weapon. The weapon is at 100. The skills are up to 9. His boundary is 1. I shouldn't have shown this because this makes him look so much worse. I thought I was going to be giving him some slack by doing this. It's not. And then his core stamp is level 1. Grimjow's core stamp is level 3. He's at 30k. Now, granted, we're talking about old SSRs, but Byakuya, 3782. Weapon at level 100. Skills, 9s with all of his passives unlocked. Boundary, level 1. I should not have shown this. Not if I wanted to make the argument that I'm like, oh, Grimjow's tough. Grimjow's tough. So, granted, they are the older SSRs, and basically don't put any resources into Sanjin, and Byakuya approach with caution because hopefully he gets replaced soon or some kind of buff. I didn't realize it was that close. Damn. I thought I was going to be like, oh, well, just so you know, the SSRs aren't built up so well, so then No, bruh. No, bruh. He's not far off. And then Kenpachi is a good, like, almost 4K above him. But 3K above him. But yeah, I don't see a problem with him. We'll give the stats very fast just for you guys to see. His crit rate, not that high. His crit damage, 105. So his attack is at, let's go back down to his attack. His attack is at 3550, 3178, and then 16368. That's above. Oof. Their attacks seem to be higher. Okay. Their attacks seem to be higher. His defense is higher than theirs, including right at the level of where Kenpachi is higher than Kenpachi. His HP right below Kenpachi, below Byakuya. Okay. And above Sanjin. Maybe it's not a bad decision. Maybe this isn't as biased as I thought. It's not like he's a bad investment. And I still have core stamp work to do. Like, maybe he's not as bad of an investment as I thought. Because I thought that I was strictly being biased and just investing in a character that I really love to play with. But it also looks like he could, not saying he's going to be dominant or whatever, but he's going to hold his own. He's going to hold his own on the strike squad. So I'm feeling good about my investment, to be honest with you. But in any case, my view is that I could totally miss on a creepy dude. I have no desire to have him on my squad. Aizen is the one that I'm trying to get to B6, which, yes, I got him B5 today, this morning. I'm in a good mood. And then the resources that I could have saved, probably should have saved, but maybe not. Maybe this is a great investment that I could have saved for Pantera Grimjow. I'm putting in the SR Plus Grimjow. I'm completing my strike team with him, running my strike team as much as possible and having fun. So that is my view. I will skip out on him. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I'll see you guys next time. Bet. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. And he will be strike as well. So what will you do with base Grimjow? What will you do with SSR Grimjow comes out though? Won't you use base Grimjow again anymore? I don't know. Maybe I'll have, probably going to replace Yadoichi, which might be a problem given Soifon. Who knows? We'll figure that out when the day comes. But I do like, and do we have any art on Pantera Grimjow, by the way? But no, I haven't thought that. Yo, phone. A very like efficient business way, and I'm like, no, this is fun. I'm having fun. That's the way I'm looking at it. If I'm enjoying myself, I'm enjoying myself. So Genji, I literally said, so I'm about to leave. You do have some gameplay though. Okay, cool. I'll have to look at that. I'm gonna have to go now though. Genji, what you doing, man? Like I'm literally like about to leave. I just told him that because my phone was melting. But in any case, I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow we'll probably be back on 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Be on the lookout for the release of the Escanor guides. There are 3 of them that are coming out. tonight, 5 o'clock Swiss time, so about 2.5 hours. And then this video on Grimjow versus thanks Akeem. This, yeah, Seven Deadly Sins tomorrow. This this video on Grimjow will probably be released tomorrow evening. And then Seven Deadly Sins, I'm probably gonna try to start doing some of the field boss work, elite boss work tonight, so I can start that guide. Come to find out, I need to put some investment in Drake in order to make that work. Not that guy, the other guy. So yeah, we'll see. But thank you guys for joining me. It has been fun. It has been real fun. Yes, dad jokes continue. So you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, good night, and a good morning wherever you may